Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. We got a great one for you tonight with Brian from Wicko's Carnivore and myself from My Weight Loss Life. How you doing tonight, Brian?
I am doing good. How are you, Greg?
I couldn't be better. That's for sure. I'm loving the weather we got here in North Iowa. It's been pretty warm lately. It's a little cooler today, but it definitely feels like fall. Leaves are starting to hit the ground, and it's just one of those things.
Hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, it was actually a little bit cooler here today too. I think it was like in the upper 70s, maybe something like that. The last few days before this, it had been in the mid
Oh, upper
80s.
70s,
So
you said?
yeah, the last few
That's
days
pretty
have been in
nice.
the mid 80s.
I would think
So
that.
today was nice.
Sorry, guys. I'm just getting a couple things here. Hey, if you're in on the show, make sure you smash that like button so we get this live stream pushed out to everybody on YouTube. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you could tell us in the comments where you're from, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Carnivore Backwoods is in the house. How you doing? Looks like we got Keto Cheetos here. There we go. Iowa. That's right. Hey, Eric. Welcome to the show tonight again. Nice to see you. Great to see everybody on here tonight. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the game here, Brian. Looks like we got the Bears and the Washington Commanders playing tonight. Who are you liking in the game tonight?
I think I got to go with Washington because
Brian, you went muted. I can't hear you.
I'm muted. Uh-oh. You can't hear me? Hello? No?
Sorry, guys. We got a little technical difficulties here. Just bear with us.
How about now? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Oh, there you go. Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay.
There we go. That's better.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
So yeah, I think I got to go with the Commanders. The Bears. I think they're just they're really struggling, and I think Washington's they're hit or miss, but they have times that they play pretty well. So I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it'll be an interesting matchup. Maybe the game will be better than I'm thinking it will, but I think Washington will take care of Chicago. Chicago has their struggles this year, and I see the game is in Washington, it looks like. And I don't know. I think the Bears just have really struggled. And the Washington, you just never know. They can play a really good game sometimes. So I think it'll be interesting to see. Looks like Judy's watching from the UK. Awesome on Facebook there. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Karen's from Mason City. Yep, that's awesome. That's where I am at. And you now live in Mountain Home Arkansas. Sorry, tongue tied there. Kind of pulling a Brian from last week there. Keto says that the W should be renamed Double V. Like that too. Yep, for those of you that don't know, Dick Butkus passed away today at 80 years old. He was a longtime Chicago Bear, a mean linebacker, Hall of Famer, a great player. So I'm sure there'll be a little bit of emotions during the game tonight for the Chicago fan base tonight. So may he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lucina, you could hear Brian okay. That's good. And then Tracy is on as well. Hello, Tracy. Glad everybody's showing up tonight, and we're going to hopefully enjoy some games. If you guys want to put who you think's going to win tonight's game in the comments, go right ahead. That would be awesome to see who you think's going to win. Hey, Craig. How's it going? Yep, he was a cool guy. Definitely, Dick Butkus was a special man for sure. Oh,
Ah,
they
it
heard
was
you.
you, not me then.
Yeah, I don't
Ah.
know what the deal was. And once you moved your earphone, then I could hear you. So I don't know what happened, but oh
Hmm,
well,
that's weird.
that's all right. And Becky, no chance. But here's one for the Saturday Night Light fans, the Bears. All right, awesome. So Brian, what are you thinking of our picks that we did preseason before the season started? You want to make any changes on the teams that you thought would be good and who would be winning, or who surprised you?
Oh, wow. You know, all right, I'm gonna say this to start with. The Vikings have really surprised me. I can't believe they're 1 in 3. Is that right? 1 in 3, I think, going into
Yeah,
this weekend?
yeah, yeah. They're one
I
and
thought
three.
they would be like 3 and 1 right now. So that's been surprising, but they did play a somewhat tough schedule. Maybe, they're gonna get rolling here. We'll see. So that one's really surprised me. Um, the whole Aaron Rodgers thing with the Jets, that throws the Jets off. So that one's kind of messed up. Now I know you had the Jets going really far.
Yeah,
So that's definitely like, boy, I don't even know what to say about that. I did hear though that Rodgers is trying to get back this year at some point
yeah.
in the season. So that'll be interesting to see.
He might be able to make the playoffs with that injury. I mean, there could be a chance he could be back for that. But
If
they
they
have
make
to.
the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, you just need to keep handing the rock to Brees Hall. That guy's tearing it up. He's a former Iowa State guy. If you notice my sign right there, Iowa State. That's
Yeah.
what we got going on here. Craig said it's warm in the Vegas. Yeah, I bet it is. Didn't they just open some kind of attraction there? I had seen some posts about that. I forget if they call it a sphere or what they call it, but I thought it looked kind of interesting. I think YouTube played there.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah, Flat Earth Conference in 2 weeks. Keto Cheeto, huh? That'll be interesting. I've never been to Vegas, believe it or not. Craig's
Yeah, I've been there a
lifeboat
couple of
bar.
times.
Yep.
So I was there
Hi,
last
Alia.
fall,
She's in
actually.
the.
So about a year ago, I was in Vegas, um, and I got to see a Vegas Knights, Golden Knights NHL hockey game. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That's something I'd like to do too. Definitely. Yeah, I think what surprised me the most, the Vikings have been disappointing. Looking at the picks, I thought they'd do a little better. I knew Detroit would be good, but the Vikings I thought would be right there with them, and so far they are not. So that's been kind of surprising to me. Miami's doing pretty good, and I had a feeling they'd be pretty decent this year. We'll see what happens, though. They got beat last week. That was kind of surprising. So far, things I think are kind of playing out like I thought they would for the most part, other than the Jets. But when you have an injury like that, that's going to change everything. So it's kind of one of those things. But let's see what else we got here. Only the locals go to the strip for work. Yep. And that'd be in Vegas. Loves the Golden Knights. Yep. I'm a Minnesota Wild fan myself, but they do play the Knights a lot. So if you see me looking off this way, I'm just looking at the game, guys, just seeing what's going on. Looks like they're running out onto the field here. It's going to be kickoff soon. But tonight we're going to be talking a little bit. Obviously, we're talking a little bit of football, but we're going to talk about a couple of topics tonight. Crock Pot season is here, and there's a lot of good cooking that happens this time of year in the Crock Pot. We're going to talk about that, maybe some low carb options, maybe talk about what people like to do to cook some of that food in those. And I'm a little tongue tied tonight myself, Brian. Let's see here. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about how to break through some weight loss stalls and give some ideas on that. We'll share that with our guests. Will kind of share their opinions on that, and we'll maybe give you guys some good information to help you going forward. But a couple more comments here. Keto Cheetos, originally from Michigan. Mic drop. And then go Packers. He's a Packers fan. So, yeah, the Pack. That's another team that really I would say surprised me too. Is the Packers are doing better than I thought they would. I thought they'd be at the bottom with Chicago, but so far it's not looking like that's going to be the case. So we'll see. It's a long season though, so you just never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been surprised by the Packers as well so far.
Yep, definitely. So, all right, Brian, did you have any stories or success stories or anything going on exciting in your life this week that you want to share? You know, whether it be weight loss or anything
Hmm.
else.
Um, Boy, not really any success stories to be honest. Just kind of staying about the same as I was. So I'm still at like the 80-pound loss marker. But I do feel like my clothes are fitting better in the waist. So I think even though there's no weight loss, I'm still losing some fat. And it's just I'm also building muscle. So there's no difference in the actual weight. That's why sometimes looking at the scale just isn't a good indicator of what's really happening with your body. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's been a busy week for me for sure. Had a few other things going on, and um, yeah, it's just the last couple of days. It kind of been a blur really for me. So trying to get back into normalizing things and so forth. So how about you though? Have you been continuing the weight loss? You're on like what, almost a month now, I guess, of full carnivore.
Yeah, it's you know, I don't know if everybody knows or seen my video. Hold on a second here. I was just gonna pull something up. My video from early this week, but I hit a milestone this week. Actually on Sunday, and back in January 22nd, I went on this weight loss journey, and on Sunday, it's my eight month 1 week weigh in, and I've lost 100 pounds. So I hit the 100 pound mark, which is a huge milestone for me. I don't think I've ever lost 100 pounds before. I've lost like 80, maybe 90, but not 100. And obviously that was quite a while ago. So I'm probably the lightest I've been in about 20, I want to say 26 years right now. And it feels pretty good, I must say. I still got a ways to go, but you know, things have been going really well for me and I can't complain. I don't look for a big loss this week. I think you know, the last 3 weeks I've been on carnivore. I lost 18 and a half pounds. And this week, I think I'll be lucky if I lose a pound. It'll be close, but you know, you're going to balance out sometimes. And, you know, if I stay the same, I'm still happy with that. If you could say you lost 18 and a half pounds in 1 month, I think anybody would take that. So I'm not complaining one bit. Yeah, life has been good for sure. I can't complain. That's for sure. Let's see here.
That is great. Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a wild. My YouTube channel's been really busy. Last week, you know, I reported I was in Newsweek magazine, or actually maybe I didn't. I don't. Maybe I forgot. I don't remember if I talked about that or not. It went in over the weekend on Saturday. I saw the article, but I was in a Newsweek My Turn section of their online paper, and they did a story on my 85-pound weight loss in 7 months. Basically, and it was cool to be in there. I've had a lot of emails, a lot of messages, just, you know, a lot of support and a lot of people trying to give me advice. You know, one of those things, but it's been really, really good and overall very positive. So we'll take it for sure. Guys, any suggestions on how to kick having a keto peanut butter cup after my meals? I feel like it helps me with the sweet cravings, but ideally I wouldn't have that. Have you ever thought about having bacon? I love bacon for snacks, especially if you have the sweet tooth. That really helps with that. I know it sounds kind of funny after you just ate a meal, but I think sometimes that salt really helps with that. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't really know what a keto peanut butter cup is, and I don't know what's in it. So I'm just wondering if there's some artificial sweetener in there, because that, you know, sometimes things are listed as keto friendly because They don't have like real sugar, but then they have artificial sweetener or something, and that could, be causing cravings too. So if you have like artificial sweetener in that, let's say, that might be why you're having trouble getting rid of that after your meals, because you're still craving it, right? Um, so bacon, like Greg said, is a really good one. But if it's, so I guess when you're saying after your meals, you mean like right after the meal, or like later and after a few hours later when maybe you think that you're starting to get hungry or something? That's the question, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I struggle with cravings sometimes myself, and I've always found that the more I stay away from it and just eat, you know, basically carnivore foods, the better I do with getting rid of those cravings. So, just see how it is for you. If you're having trouble with cravings, you might be the same type of person that just needs to do away with those types of foods altogether, and then that'll help with the cravings.
Craig says a good slice of butter. Yeah, that would definitely fill you up. Yep, here it is again. Butter, water. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep, there would be sugar, alcohol in the peanut butter cup for sure. Yeah, I found that I was leaning on the zero sugar Hershey's, like either chocolate chips or the chocolate, especially when I was doing keto. I leaned on those about daily, which wasn't a good thing. Sometimes that sweetness just makes you want to taste more. So sometimes it's best just to avoid that.
Yeah.
Slice of bacon with your dinner, but not as dessert. Good suggestion. Yeah, save it till afterwards. It's an idea.
Mhm.
Thanks for all the congratulations on here, guys. I really appreciate it. Definitely. Hard boiled egg helps. Yep, that's one of my go-to. The two go-to snacks for me are bacon and hard boiled eggs. And I still do that with even doing carnivore. It helps keep the snack monsters away for sure. All right. Well, I think without further ado, I'm going to bring on our first guest of the night. Her name is Erin, and she's at Low Carb Carbist, and we'll bring her on the show here so you can meet her and have her tell you about her channel a little bit. Welcome to the show, Erin. How are
Hi,
you?
how are you, Greg?
Hey.
Hi, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's it going tonight?
Great. I want to say congratulations to you, first of all. That's amazing, the 100 pounds. I can't
Thank
even
you.
imagine how different you feel. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it feels pretty amazing. I must say,
Yeah.
I feel like a new person. That's for sure.
Awesome. Good
Yep,
job.
I appreciate it. So, I was gonna, our topics for tonight are crock
Yes.
pot cooking, and then we're
Yeah.
going to talk about stalls. Before we get into that, I want you to tell the audience a little bit about your channel and what you're doing, and just introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Erin, like you said. I'm the low carbist on, or actually at Low Carbist on both YouTube and also on Instagram. And I've only had my channel, or should I say, I've started working on my channel again in the last 2 weeks. And what I'm really doing is I'm just focusing on keeping it real and just my journey, good and bad, with doing low carb and strength training and whatever I'm doing to improve my health. So pretty basic, boring, just my story. So
Nope, that's great. I see you do you do quite a bit with little coffee chats. It looks like from what I've seen. Is that correct? Yep, that's kind of
yes,
your element. That's
yes,
awesome.
yes, it's the one thing I'm not giving up. So no apologies to anyone, but I love it.
It's important to do what works for you, and if that's what you enjoy doing, the more power to you. I believe.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely, that's how you'll
Sure.
keep being successful, to be honest,
Yeah.
when you aren't deprived of the stuff you enjoy. So
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see a couple people saying hello. And perfect. Well, I guess my first question for you is what types of crock pot cooking do you do for low carb? What do you enjoy?
My favorite that I've made quite a few times recently is chili. I love the chili in the crock pot. And I've always done it over the years, and then it became a little more challenging trying to deal with low carb and trying to make a basic carnivore type chili. So I will tell you that mine chili does have some carbs in it because I do put diced tomatoes and some onion and some bell pepper and stuff. But what I do is I use brown the ground beef, put everything in there. I use taco seasoning that I make myself as the seasoning, and I put uncooked bacon in it so that as it cooks, that bacon grease just gets in there and it gives it like this incredible like smoky flavor. And everyone that's had it so far loves it. So that's my new thing. Just simple chili, pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know Brian just made I'll have him add a little input. I know he just made chili on his channel here recently, and I thought it looked pretty good. And I'm like, I'm going to have to try that. I think it's a great time to talk about chili, especially with the fall and winter season coming up. If there's some great low carb chilies out there, I think it's great to put recipes out or do videos on them because it's a very enjoyable meal. And nothing's better on a cold night. Yep, eat a warm belly. That's a nice thing. So for sure. Brian, what do you think about chili? Do you like chili you like that pretty well, it looked like on your video.
Yeah, so I've got to give credit here. My wife is the one that actually made the chili, found the recipe and made the chili. Even though she's not doing carnivore, she's looking out for me, and she came up with this recipe from wherever I think she got it in. So it was basically a low carb. It wasn't full carnivore because it did have a little bit of carb in it, but it was like less than 10 grams of carbs in the entire pot. So it was like, 1 to 2 grams of carbs per, bowl of soup, right? Or bowl of chili, right? But it had bacon, pound of ground beef, a pound of, boy, I can't think now. Stew meat, pound with stew meat. It used bone beef broth, and then I think it had a little bit of tomato paste and then a couple of other seasonings in it. I can't remember exactly what was in it at this point, but I did do a video on it, so you could check out on my channel the video. Also on Facebook, I've got the recipe on my Facebook page there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've had stew meat in a chili. So that was different for me. Always used ground beef in the past, and it was really, really good. So I definitely going to make that again. No doubt about it.
Stew meat and chili is next level. Once I started doing that, I don't do it the other way anymore. I just wanted to give a quick game update. Chicago Bears just scored a touchdown, and they're just kicking the extra point here, and they made it. It's 7-0 with 12:04 left in the first quarter. So surprising a little bit there. All right, let's see here. Looks like Carnivore Kip's in the house. How you doing, Kip? Hope all's going well for you. I see you had a good video drop today. Keep up the good work, brother. Let's see here. Got another one. Chili aged with aged cheddar. Yep, I bet that's really good. I love a little bit of cheese in my chili. There ain't no doubt about it. You just got to be careful not to have too much of it. You run into trouble.
You put sour cream on top too?
I do.
Yeah, right? It's good.
Yep. Yep, usually. Let's see here. Yep, it's nice seeing everybody supporting each other. That's what's nice about this community and family. We all cheer for each other and help each other out for sure. How's it going tonight? Yeah, if you want to drop in the comments where you're from, go ahead and post it. That'd be great. And I just want to say hello to anybody that's on Facebook watching the stream. We have like 5-6 people on there. So welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. And let's see. So what else do you like to do, Aaron, besides the chili? What else do you like in the slow cooker?
Well, I tell you, I used to do pulled pork a lot using either tenderloin or they call it a pork picnic here. I'm not sure if that's the same where you guys live. But I'm trying to find a way to make it without the barbecue sauce. So I haven't tried that again. I just looked up a recipe real quick while I was waiting before, and they have a basic one with some just pork butt, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So maybe I'll give that a try. But
Nice.
yeah, so we'll
There's-
see.
Yep. I see Carnivore Life is from Brazil. That's awesome. People all around the world are on here. I love it. That's the way it should be, right? And we got another hello from the North Oregon coast. That's awesome.
Yeah, so for the pulled pork, my wife will make it in the crock pot sometimes. I like to do it on my pellet grill, smoke it. But she
Yeah.
likes it in the crock pot, so she'll do it in the crock pot.
Does she brown it first or anything before putting it into the crock pot, or do you just kind of throw it in and let it go?
I'm not really sure, so
No.
I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question. I don't pay that much attention, so I just eat it.
Just eat it. Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna say I have to agree with Kip. I like to make pulled pork in the smoker. It's just really good that way. But I will do that in the crock pot, especially in the wintertime. Especially being in North Iowa, it gets pretty cold, and I don't always want to mess around with it outside. So I will do it in the slow cooker, and it turns out pretty good, in the crock pot. So I'll do it that way once in a while, but I'll try to do it outside if I can, for sure. All right, from Georgia. I see. That's awesome.
So something else I like to do in the crock pot is take a chuck roast and just let that cook, slow cook 6-8 hours, whatever, get nice and tender. That's really good that way.
What do you use with it? Any like beef broth or seasonings?
I can use beef broth, but most of the time I actually just put a little bit of water and salt. Maybe I might put a little garlic powder on it, but usually it's just salt and water.
Yeah.
I was just going to encourage everybody, make sure you check out Erin's channel at Low Carbist on YouTube. And just, go over there and take a look at her channel. Make sure you give her a subscribe and support her. She's trying to grow her channel, and she's got a lot of great videos she puts out. And I know she's on Instagram. What's your address on Instagram?
It's also Low Carbist on Instagram.
Great.
Same.
Definitely. Yep. I want to make sure you give you a plug there. What else could we see on your channel there, Erin? What all do you like to talk about and show people? And
my goodness. Well, like I said, just I've done a couple of things with the different coffees that I make, which shouldn't be that much of a surprise. A couple cooking things, but just basically, I want to say like my feelings towards how this is going, my progress and whatnot. And I've been doing some funny things recently. I did a sardine challenge with at Meeting Wellness. I don't know if you know her, Christy. So some funny stuff like that. Just trying to keep it light, fun, real.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've only been doing it 2 weeks, so there's not really that much there yet. It's a work in progress.
That's okay. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll put a couple more comments up here. Hello, Carnivore Ron. He likes to put chuck roast in the pressure cooker with just salt. That's awesome. And let's see here. Looks like Washington has to punt. So far, Chicago's kind of taking it to them.
Of course, because I said that, Washington was going to win. So
Yeah.
I'm always wrong. So,
well, I thought they'd win too, but the game's not over. So we'll see. RB Good Fat says we're hardcore, and he's trying to wean off spices. I got to say, losing 100 pounds, I tend to use spices. That's the one thing I will be a little forgiving on. I like flavor, and as long as I'm still dropping weight, I'll use spices.
Great.
I guess that's how I look at it. But you still got to be careful, though. I mean, I try to make sure I don't use spices that have sugar in it. That's something
Mhm.
you need to avoid. If you are using spices, try to avoid that if you can. I avoid the barbecue sauce.
Looks like we got a question that just came in from Craig at
Okay, yeah.
8:30.
Yeah, let's see here. And that was to Kip for subbing. Yeah, question. Do you see Dr. Baker's interview with Dr. Diamond? I did not. How about you, Brian? Did you?
No, I didn't. I'm wondering if it's a recent interview or I don't know.
Hmm.
Aaron, did you see it by chance?
I didn't. I don't know if that's new, but I have seen Dr. Diamond before talk. It's very interesting, but I don't think with Dr. Baker. No.
That's something I'd have to look for. I do watch some of Dr. Baker's videos as well. I don't, unfortunately, I don't get to watch all the videos on everyone, but I do catch videos here and there of all the different doctors and the different people on YouTube. And I try to watch, as much as I can. But at the same time, I'm pretty busy with my own channel and all that's going on too. But
Oh.
and Becky makes her own spice blends. That's a great idea because you can control what goes in there. So that's a major plus.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
Becky.
And then Dr. Baker's part 3. I didn't see it, but I will have to check that out. Looks like Becky saw some of that. Yep, you got to add more salt for sure, especially if you're doing a carnivore or keto low carb diet. You got to have that for sure. Electrolytes are good to add too. That helps a lot.
Oh, so I think I found the video. It looks like it just came out 11 hours ago. That's probably why I didn't see it.
Yep.
What cholesterol does to you with Sean Baker, Dr. Sean Baker, and David Diamond, PhD. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to see it, unfortunately, but I will probably watch it soon.
And let's see. Dr. Bart K is awesome. I know you've done. You speak highly of him too, don't you, Brian?
Yeah, Professor Barquet. His channel is interesting. He kind of plays a character on his channel. So it's funny when you talk to him offline. He's a little bit different than he is on his channel. But he is so knowledgeable, and he can just break down the science on anything and explain it. And he's very good at explaining it to just the layman person, right? That doesn't understand all the science and so forth. So, yeah.
Awesome. I'll talk a little bit about what I like to cook in the crock pot. I kind of mentioned it a little bit. I do like to do pork butts in the crock pot, especially in the wintertime. They go for a long time, 8-9 hours roughly, but they're nice and tender and moist, and they turn out really well. Obviously, any kind of beef roast you can get in the crock pot is really good for you. I think the other thing to remember to add is some bone broth. If you're going to do some crock pot cooking, that'll add some extra moisture in there and gives you some good nutrients as well. I think that's something to take a look at, and obviously just be careful with your spices and make sure you don't put sugar in there. That's probably a big one. I do like the idea of chili. I'm definitely going to try some of those recipes because that just sounds really good right now. It's kind of cool here in North Iowa today. So leaves are really starting to drop and change color on some. So, but what do you guys, I was going to ask you, do you guys use hot sauce at all?
Yeah, Sometimes on the chili, you mean?
Yeah, on anything. Yep.
I ate them on sardines the other day.
Oh, okay.
That was
Yep.
interesting. But yeah, no, just a little bit of hot sauce, not too much. The chili's already spicy enough with the seasoning, so
So was that your first time trying sardines?
yes. And I did it on live YouTube
I
with
missed
someone
that,
else
but
who
how did it
never
turn
tried
out?
it either.
Did you like them?
Surprisingly, yes, I actually did like them, and I've eaten them since.
Really? Wow.
Nice little way to add a little extra protein with the omega-3s and everything, so I've been doing it.
How about you, Brian? Have you ever tried sardines?
Yes, I've had them a few times. The problem for me is the smell, and my wife
They stink.
hates it because of how bad it smells.
Yeah.
But the taste really isn't that bad. So what I did was I cooked them in butter and salt,
Oh, you
and it
cooked them.
tasted. Yeah, I cooked them,
That's why you're
and it tasted. Yeah, it really made it smell pretty bad, but it tasted pretty good that way. I still got like 1 or 2 cans sitting in the cabinet, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna eat them again because they really did smell, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, they were alright, they kind of were
They taste
good.
like tuna, right? A little like tuna, maybe?
A little bit, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I've never had a sardine ever.
Challenge. Challenge. You have to do it on, YouTube now.
I see someone had their boneless and skinless ones. They sell it that way. Is that right? I've
I don't know.
seen
I
somebody
don't
was
how do
talking
they get
about
those
that.
bones out of those little tiny fish? Mine had everything in them when I looked at them closely.
Oh, it
Yeah.
just doesn't sound good to me. I ate my share of pickled herring growing up. That was a staple that my mom always made us eat at Thanksgiving. So let's see. It looks like Chicago is going to score again.
Wow.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I don't miss any of these comments here. Let's see here. Porchetta is great in the crock pot. It's a pork roast with Italian spices. That does sound good, I must say.
Hmm.
Yep, ribs are another one in the Instapot. Yep, 40 minutes for 2 racks of ribs. Wow, that's impressive. And then you crisp them up in the broiler. That does sound pretty good. Yeah, I know I've done racks of ribs in the slow cooker too. They turn out good. They usually fall. I like them fall off the bone that way. They're pretty good.
Do you stack them? Can you put more
Yeah.
in there? You can. I gotta
Yep.
try that.
Just cut them in half, and then you can stack them. Just
That sounds
you know.
so easy.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Definitely. I think when I did it, I used like a sugar-free barbecue sauce, but that was like last February. I
Do you
haven't done
remember what it was? Was it that
it.
Sweet Baby Ray's? I think Russ was talking about that from
That's one you
Home
can
to
get. I
Buckeye.
think I did G. Hughes.
Okay.
His barbecue sauce that's sugar-free. I think there's only like 1 carb in a tablespoon,
Oh, wow.
so definitely. Here's a question for you, Aaron. What's your grocery list for the coming week, and how often do you shop, and what's the usual haul?
Okay, so actually, my husband does all the shopping. I give him the list. I'm lucky. But it's pretty basic. It's always going to be like 5 or 6 pounds of ground beef. I do chuck eye instead of ribeye because I can find it around here easily and it's a lot less expensive. We do some sirloin, and then it's probably going to be heavy cream, full fat Greek yogurt, eggs, and I do some fruits. So maybe some berries that are in season, or now I'm doing a little bit of apple this time of year now that it's coming into season. So really, pretty simple. I mean, I keep it pretty much all whole foods as much as possible. And that's it. It's a pretty boring list.
Oh, there's some good stuff on there, I think, for sure.
It seems like these days our shopping lists are kind of boring, right? It's basically like meat, maybe bottled water or something like that. I don't know. But that's it, right? Like
It
you
makes
don't
it
even have to
easier
go down the main aisles anymore where all the sugar and processed
now.
foods are.
Yeah, it's weird, almost weird going into the grocery store now because I walk by so many aisles. It's like, well, I'm not going down the cereal aisle.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but Yeah, it's amazing how much little food is really actually good for you to eat in a grocery store. It's kind of
Oh, I
sad.
forgot there's pork rinds on that list too. Usually a bag or two of pork rinds.
We definitely get pork rinds here, for sure. It's kind of a weekly thing where we have some, and if you do need something to munch on, it's probably better
Yeah.
than most of the other stuff.
Yeah, it's taken the
For
place
sure.
of tortilla chips in this house for me.
Yeah, looks like Becky used to love sardines with Ritz crackers. Brings back a memory with your dad. That's awesome. Yeah, that can happen.
Right.
You might have to try that. Yeah, there was. I did see that sardines with pork rinds right here. Yep, I saw somebody doing that for sure. Yeah, mix them up like tuna salad. I suppose that's the sardines he's referring to. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
There. Suitable and nutritious. Definitely. Hey, if anybody else has any questions for Erin, go ahead and fire away. We'll let her answer, and we'll put her on the hot seat tonight.
Oh, thanks. I thought of something else I made in the crock pot though. That's pretty easy. A whole chicken roasted in it. It's not as crispy as it would be if you did it in the oven, but it's easy. And then you can also take the carcass and make bone broth after in the crock pot as well. So that's something. So you're using all the bones and using everything up.
Definitely. No, that's a good idea. Have either of you guys tried to make your own bone broth at all?
I haven't yet.
Brian?
It takes a long time.
I tried.
Stovetop.
You know what I did is I got one of those roasted chicken, and basically we ate all the chicken, but then I threw all the bones in a pot with some water and boiled it up, and then I had broth for a while. I didn't use a lot of it though, unfortunately. But now that I'll be cooking indoors instead of outside all the time, I'll probably try to maybe do a little bit more of that, just to get all them good nutrients, and it should be good for sure. Brian, do you have a game update for us at all?
Chicago kicked a field goal.
Oh, they did.
So they were at like the 11-yard line and they fumbled, but they recovered, and then they kicked a field goal. So it's 10-0.
Nice. That's surprising. I didn't think the game would be turn out that way, but it's early yet. So, what do you think of the Washington's uniforms, Brian? They don't usually wear that dark color, do they?
Sometimes. I guess that's like I can't tell. That's more of a dark maroon, isn't it? Sometimes they have like a black uniform. No, that is black. That is black. I'm sorry.
They do almost appear maroon. The helmet, maybe.
Those are the black ones, though.
Yeah.
They wear those sometimes, but I gotta say, so I live in the area, right? I'm in Northern Virginia, so like an hour from DC, basically, and I still want to call them the Redskins. I can't get into this Commanders thing, so they're the Redskins to me. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I'm laughing because I came this close to wearing a Redskins t-shirt that my husband got me here tonight, and I didn't. I was like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't.
You should have.
Yeah.
No, we're pretty easy going around here.
It's interesting, though. They just showed on the screen a minute ago. They've had 13 different starting quarterbacks in the last 7 years, I think, something like that.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to be consistent when you're doing that.
Yeah.
For sure. Erin, I may have missed it, but which area of the country are you from?
You can't tell?
No, I can't.
I'm in New Jersey, about 30 to 40 minutes outside Manhattan and about 30 minutes from the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
So Central Jersey, if you want to call it that.
I would have never guessed that.
No? Because I drink coffee, you wouldn't have known. Everybody picks me out right away, and they're like, "Oh, you're from New Jersey, or you're from New York." Yeah.
You got a little bit of the accent, but it's not as bad.
No,
there's some people from New Jersey that are much
up
worse
further
with the
north.
accent.
It gets really worse. Yeah.
That's funny. Instapot chicken.
That Instapot scares me. I still haven't been able to do that. I'm afraid it's gonna in my kitchen.
Yeah, I've never had an Instapot.
It's supposed to work great though.
Something I probably need to do is I've done like I almost griddle out every day. So I have not used my air fryer since I've been on this weight loss journey. That tells you how much air fryer cooking I've done this year, and it's like none. So I'll probably have to fire that up a little bit more. But at the same time, then I can learn some new recipes, new ideas, new way of cooking, which isn't all bad either. So, um, so Becky's daughter and her husband live in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Okay. She's working on her PhD at Rutgers. He works in
Awesome.
Manhattan. Awesome.
Hey,
Meeting
Christy.
Wellness.
Yes,
Hello.
Meeting Wellness. Check out her channel. She's awesome. She's the one I did the sardines with.
Okay. Yep. Definitely. Yep. Bone broth for
Yeah.
yep. And it's 30 minutes from where you're at. And Washington punted the ball again.
I know. It's crazy.
So let's ask you about weight loss stalls.
Okay.
What do you think helps a person get through a weight loss stall? What's worked for you in the past?
Okay, so I've always been, and I know it's kind of controversial with this way of eating, I've always been a tracker. I track and keep track of everything that I eat, calories, if you want to talk calories. But I've always found when I've stalled, the first thing I'll check is, am I eating too much? Or even worse, am I eating too little? I found that at times that would make me stall even more. And then once I kind of figure that out, or if I am eating not enough and I bump that up, usually that's enough to, you know, get me over that hump and start losing again. So just
Yeah.
to really look at what exactly you're putting in your mouth and make sure you're taking note of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I highly recommend that. I mean, especially early on for me, I mean, I tracked everything. I used a Carb Manager app,
Okay.
so I knew exactly how many carbs I was putting in my body. Wasn't so worried about the macro ingredient, the nutrients, all that kind of stuff. Is more, at the time was tracking calories, tracking
Mhm.
carbs, but it was easy to go back and see where you went wrong for the day.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend that to anybody starting a weight loss plan. Is you got to track your food. That's very important. And then
Yeah.
the next thing would be to plan your meals. That's another one that really helps, especially if you are on a low carb or keto diet. You really need to track that stuff. Obviously, carnivores are a little bit different, but it's one of those things that it's important to track your food. And I think even doing carnivore, it's a good idea to kind of keep an eye on things, just to see where your fat levels are, and also I'm kind of one yet, I guess, doing carnivore. I mean, I still have a tendency to look at calories, even though, they say you don't need to on
I know.
carnivore, but
I
I
do.
still kind of watch them. And so far I've been losing a lot of weight. So it's like, well, it may not be such a bad idea. I don't know. The jury's out for me on that one, I guess, yet. So I haven't been doing it long enough. Brian could maybe allude to that, because he's been on carnivore for a while. But what are your thoughts on that, Brian? Do you think calories plays into a carnivore diet?
So I don't track calories at all. No. And I don't want to sound like Professor Bart K here, but calories don't really exist in the sense that we talk about them. So they're a measurement of heat. Um, so yeah, I don't track calories, but I get where somebody would say that they're tracking calories and it might help them because it's
It's a measurement.
you
Yeah.
kind of have an idea,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is that not all calories are created equal, and people need to understand that. But so not all food is the same, right? But for me, when I first got started on carnivore, I was tracking what I was eating. So I kind of had like not necessarily a journal, but I had a friend that we had our own little private group on Facebook, and we were posting what we were eating. and how often we were eating and so forth. And that kind of helped me to see, like, if I was struggling with losing weight, I'd be like, boy, I could see, you know, like I shouldn't have had that, but I had that anyway. And look what happened with the scale and so forth.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in quite a while, but I'm also like 15, I'm a little past 15 months now on the carnivore diet. So I've been doing it for quite a while. So I don't really track the food anymore. But in terms of weight loss stall for me, there's usually two things that happen. Either I'm not being strict enough, so I get stricter, and either it's because I'm eating a little bit of carb, or maybe I'm not necessarily eating carb, but I'm eating a lot of other things. So like I might be eating more chicken, more pork, that kind of stuff, and then I'll get more strict and just do like beef, salt, water for a little bit, and that'll help. Um, and then the other thing is sometimes like I'm going and I'm being really strict and I hit a stall. Maybe I need to do a little bit of something more just for like a day or so. And it seems to like trigger something and then a weight loss stall happens. So for instance, let's say I've been just basically eating steaks and salt, you know, seasoning with salt and drinking water, and that's it. And then I kind of hit like a spot where I'm not really losing any weight for a while. I'll add something else back in. Maybe I'll add some cheese or something like that and do that for like a day or so. And then I notice again that the weight starts coming off again, which is kind of weird. Um, the last thing I'm going to say about this is I know we always talk about the weight loss, but it's really the fat loss that we're looking for. We're looking to lose our body fat. And that's the other thing you got to keep in mind, because you might be stalling on your weight, but you might still be losing body fat. So it could be, there could be anything. Like you could be maybe retaining a little bit of water or something. That's why the weight's still there. But it could be just that you're gaining muscle, especially if you're doing some working out or even just walking. You're going to be gaining muscle in your legs and so forth. So you like, that's something I've noticed. And I think I talked about at the beginning in the last week or so.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any weight loss, but I think that things are fitting better in my waist better. So there's a little bit of fat loss there. It's just that I'm probably gaining some muscle at the same time. So there's really no weight loss.
Yeah. And
That's
that's kind of, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say in reference to that, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not really trying to lose weight, but do like more body recomp. And I'm seeing that same thing very, very slowly. You'll see the trend go down, but more or less, it's just like a change, like a physical change more than anything. So I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, Brian, I thought you guys made good points, and Brian, the non-scale victories are huge. Kind of what you're talking about. I think, that's something I always kind of tell the people on my channel too. If you're going to go on a weight loss journey, one, take pictures. Two, measure yourself. And I guess that's one thing I could have probably talked about early. That's one of the successes I had. I did measure this last weekend since I'd lost 100 pounds, and I lost 29.5 inches off my body, 8 off my waist alone, like 7 off my chest. So yeah, I mean, that's all, non-scale victory too,
Yeah.
just because I change in shape. So that was a success for me. But yeah, the non-scale victories are huge. Even if the weight isn't dropping, the tape measure is a good reminder that, just because you're not losing weight doesn't mean you aren't losing inches. So for sure.
Yeah.
And then there's a question here about chicken. I'm not sure if that was for a comment or if that was for us. I know I eat chicken. I just use a little butter to fatten it up a little bit.
Chicken thighs are good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Chicken thighs with the skin on them.
Yeah.
Cooked in butter.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Still doesn't add up with the fat. Oh, let's see here.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't eat chicken that often just because it's not going to have as good of the fat content as like a good ground beef that's like 70-30 or something like that, or like a chuck steak or ribeye steak, that kind of stuff. The fat content is going to be so much better in those.
definitely. And it looks like the Bears have the football, and it's 10-0, the start of the second quarter. For those of you that are wondering about the game, let's see here. And Becky says, chicken's aside for her. Definitely. And once again, chicken thigh skin for sure. Yep. Beef too. Yep, that works too. Ollie is wanting the Bears.
I mean, they're at the 10-yard line. Oh, did he catch that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, touchdown.
Wow. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Washington, man. Yeah, Elia's from Chicago, so I'm sure she's a Bears fan.
She says she's a Packers fan with the laughing emoji. That looks like a touchdown.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're going with the extra point.
So, Aaron, how much do you know about football? I'm just kidding.
I told you already. Are you sure you
don't have to answer? I'm just giving you a hard time.
Really not much.
No, that's okay. You don't have to be a football fan to be on this show. We bring in people that are wanting to know more low carb and talk about that. And we talk about the game once in a while, but we're glad you came on here too. I know Ali is coming up. Are you plan on staying with us for a while, Aaron?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we'd love to have you stick around. We'll still throw some questions at you, I'm sure. And if any of the viewers have questions, fire away for sure. And make sure you go over and check her out on her channel. I'm going to post that up here for you.
Thank you.
So that way everybody knows where you're at. And make sure you give her a sub and support her. Let's see here. Yeah, see if we got any more comments here. I've been keeping up on the comments pretty good tonight, Brian. There's a lot going on. It's a lot different when you're hosting. Brian's done the last couple, so I had the easy job.
I feel like that was somewhat of a jab at me because I'm not good at keeping up with them.
No, not at all. Not at all, my friend.
Between that and my bloopers,
the bloopers are the best part. In case you guys didn't see it, go to last week's go on one of our live tabs last week and watch the first minute of the broadcast. You'll laugh pretty good, and it was funny. And we've actually made some shorts, and I did some advertising with it this week too, so it's kind of funny. But make sure you check that out. It was a pretty good show for sure.
Every time I've tried to say that since then, now I'm like, okay,
you have to think about it.
Right. Make sure I say it right. Don't mess up again. I'll leave it at that. You'll have to go watch last week's video to see what I did.
It is ladies' night on Thursday Night Football tonight, for sure. Well, I think last week it was all guys, so it's like, well, it's ladies' turn this week, so for sure. That's great. Yeah, I can't believe it's 17-0. That's crazy. And if you are just joining us or haven't been with us, make sure you put in the comments where you're from and let us know. And if you have questions, fire away. We'll be happy to answer what we can. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on our next guest, and let's see who we got. I think you guys know. There she is. Ellie Wells. Welcome to the show.
Hello. I usually move that so it's not like super ugly in the background, but I'm trying to coordinate some stuff with my mom right before I got on here. And there we go. Hello.
What does it say on there? Pay Greg $1,000 for being on the show tonight. Awesome.
It says email Paul Saladino, Tony Hampton, set up spring shop. Make sure I get the newsletter sent out. That's literally what it says. And here's all my credit cards. I wasn't prepared. Thanks for
No.
having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Usually, I got to be honest, most of the time when I'm watching other shows, you're on the shows, hosting them or doing whatever.
Yeah, this is a lot less stressful, but
yeah,
as you
it'll be
can
more
tell,
fun for you.
I didn't even set up my office.
Well, we're glad to have you on. And
Thank you.
If there's some viewers out here tonight who maybe have not seen Alia's channel, why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel and what you got going on and what you're doing?
Sure. I don't want to bore everybody because I talk about this all the time. But my name's Alia. I'm from Chicago. I live in South America. I live in Colombia. Years of being so upset about being overweight. This is the fast version. Got extremely overweight after I had kids. Dropped some, but then it crept back on, and tried to do keto for years, failed. But I'm going to say it wasn't because keto was bad. It was because I was doing it wrong. And then went down the carnivore rabbit hole with Dr. Ken Berry and started March 1st. I've lost 30 pounds. I know a lot of people have lost a lot more weight than me, but who cares? I went from 209.8 to I'm like 177, 183, 176, depending on the day,
Yeah.
And I still have more to go, but I did a video yesterday where I was talking about I don't care anymore. I'm not obsessed about it. And I'm not obsessed about food. And it's just a happier state of mind to be in on that subject because I can put my attention on other things. And so I talk about that stuff on my channel, and I love to interview people on my channel because honestly, talking to a camera is really hard for me. I'm very extroverted, but all of a sudden I become an introvert if I have to talk to a camera by myself. So talking with you guys, this is a lot easier. And so nice to meet you, by the way. Low carbist.
Thank you. You too, Alia. I watch you a lot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
on
so
that
much.
keto cookout and everything else.
The ridiculous keto cookout. We love it. It's so funny. So there you go. That's the short version. Have 2 kids, have a husband, don't have a turtle. I do have a turtle, don't have a dog. Let's see. And we eat a lot of meat now in the house.
No, that's great. I know you've been probably watching the show a little bit, but I wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
What do you cook in a crock pot, and what do you like to make in there if you do? I know you have an air fryer.
Okay, so I do have an air fryer, and we have an Instant Pot that we never use. And since I've been here for 6 years, we've never found a crock pot. I think the Instant Pot we just got from Amazon is the closest thing to a crock pot. I will say that in the US, I cook lots of chili in the crock pot. I love chili in the crock pot. And but you don't do beans now. I don't do beans. So I don't need to just cook brown beef in a crock pot.
Yeah, that's we were just talking about that. I know Brian, he's made some chili, and I know Aaron's made some chili too. That sounds pretty good. And
Nice.
it's getting to be that time of year especially in Iowa, to fire up the chili at night because sometimes it just gets chilly, really cold, and you want to warm up. And the only thing I'm going to miss this year, I don't know if you guys have this, but in the Midwest, we're really big on chili and cinnamon rolls. You got to have cinnamon rolls with some chili.
Yes.
But I won't be able to do that. So not this year. Let's see here.
I mean, I make this soup and it takes 5 minutes. You boil water. It's like egg soup, but take the yolks out when it's still they're not solid, and then or soft or whatever, soft boiled. And then I kind of ignore the white. So I have a little bit of the water, the yolk, and you toss some butter in there. It's a perfect fall soup. It takes 5 minutes. It's like yolk butter soup. So good. So good.
Definitely. Oh, it sounds good. Texas
So,
chili has no beans.
That's true about the Texas chili having no beans. I was on with Carnivore Soldier last night, and we were talking about this, and he's from Texas, and he's like, yeah, it's not been a problem for me because we never used beans in our chili down here.
Nice. Nice. So, any more questions for me?
Well, I was going to ask you, what is your, I guess, since you don't have a crock pot, what is your favorite food to cook? Whether it be air fryer or whatever have you, what low carb type food do you like to cook the most?
We cook steak, we cook eggs, we cook a lot of pork belly because bacon is extremely expensive and not good like in the US. So we just get pork belly and we grind it up and we make little nuggets out of it. I know it sounds really weird, but if you want to do that, go to your butcher and you have to have the skin grinded up with it or else the texture is just too slimy. So you need the skin, the fat, and whatever meat's on it, and you get it grinded up 2 times, make pork belly. It's delicious. Eggs, pork belly, steak. That's about it. No, and in the air fryer, we usually cook chicken legs, and that's really good. We tell our kids it's like KFC. Actually, no. We say frisbee. Frisbee is like the KFC, even though there's KFC here. So we just tell them it's KFC, and they're very happy. Or frisbee or whatever. Like fried chicken, but it's not. It's just chicken and salt. It's so easy. Gotcha. We're pretty boring here. We're so boring.
So I got a question for you, Alia.
Yeah.
Earlier, Greg was talking about sardines, and I think you know a little bit about sardines.
I know so much about sardines. So I loved them originally. My first bite was amazing, and then I did a fast, and they were in oil. My options were in oil or in tomato sauce. So I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Wednesday, I was having a lot of problems. I was weak. I felt very not good. And I did a video about it, but I don't want to discuss to anybody here. But the results on the other end were not good. So I dropped the sardines, never again. And we still had them. And then my husband ate some a couple weeks ago. And he's like, I don't feel good. So I think there was something wrong with the actual sardines.
Oh, wow.
Or the oil that was, it said it was olive oil, but I'm suspect that it wasn't really olive oil. And it didn't say anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, she knows that I like the sardines now.
Oh,
but I'm not doing one of those fasts now.
Oh, no, don't.
That's where Elia went wrong. She just went to a sardines fast, and that's all she was eating.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was terrible. Oh no, my friend Nurse Kim, she's got a channel. She loves sardines. She feels fantastic on sardines, but hers were in water. We did a sardine fast unwittingly, like basically at the same time, and our results were like a dichotomy. Like they couldn't be more opposite.
Funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So we got an update in the game. Washington just kicked a field goal.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's 17-3 now.
Wow. I have to say, I haven't watched football since I was 14, and I just turned 40. So if someone's good at math, let me know. 36 years, 26 years, many, many years, 26 years. But I always say I'm a Packers fan.
Well, at least you like a team that's in the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So who's everybody's teams? You probably already answered that.
We haven't this show, I don't think. Go. Well, you can start. How's that? You kind of told us you like the Packers. It sounds
I like the Packers. I love the Bulls, and then Jordan left, and then I stopped watching the Bulls.
They were fun to watch back then.
Scottie Pippen, they all left, and then I left. Let's see. Yeah, so I like the Packers. I like the idea of being a Packers fan.
Brian, who do you like?
So I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and really I'm a Detroit fan for all professional sports. So Tigers for baseball, Red Wings for hockey, Pistons for basketball, so forth. I grew up like 45 minutes to an hour from Detroit in Toledo, Ohio. So, you know, that's why I'm, big Detroit fan. So yeah, I'm actually for once happy about the NFL season because the Lions are doing well. They're 3-1, I believe is the record right now. They're 3-1.
Yeah.
They play Carolina this weekend. So I sure hope they're 4-1. If they lose that game, I'm probably going to take out the rest of the hair that I got left. But yeah, it's been like, I don't know, the entire time I've been alive, frustration as a Lions fan because we never do anything and never been to the Super Bowl and all that stuff. So maybe things will change sometime in the future. We'll see. This year's a good start.
Yep, good idea. Aaron, is there someone that you cheer for, either your husband cheers for?
Well, my husband used to be a Jets fan, if that means anything. Not so much anymore, I don't think, but I just, yeah, if the local teams win, whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool with me. I
Yeah.
don't follow anybody.
Nothing wrong with that, for sure. Well, I guess getting to the next question, Alia,
Yeah.
what do you like to do to break a weight loss stall?
Oh, I don't know. I just stopped looking at the scale. That's what I do. Because if you look at it, if I go on my phone, I haven't lost any weight in a month. But
Yeah.
and I've lost only a few pounds in the last couple months. But if you look at my face from 3 months ago and you look at it now, it's like so different. It's so skinny. And even 3 months ago, I thought it was skinny, and I look at it now. So, but let's say today I tried to fast. Didn't work out so well. Breaking a stall. I would say just don't worry about it. Continue on the given course. Stay the course and don't worry about it. Because how you feel is so much more important than your weight. Obviously, we want to lose weight. I was talking to Tony Hampton, Dr. Tony Hampton, a few days ago, because people have told me that my ideal body weight's 120 pounds because I'm 5'3", 100 pounds at 5 foot plus 5 pounds every inch. And I look back, and when I'm 127 pounds, I literally have no boobs. I still have a butt somehow, and I look too skinny. So how is that an ideal weight? And he explained that there's no ideal weight. There's like ideal body health. So we'll see what happens. I hope I lose more weight, but I'm not going to put attention on if I'm stalled or not. There you go. That's my advice. Don't care.
Yeah.
Eat. How do you feel mentally and spiritually and your well-being?
Yeah, there's a lot of non-scale victories. We were kind of talked about that a little bit with,
Nice.
Weight loss stall, especially like the measurements. Just because you're not dropping on the scale doesn't mean your body isn't changing.
Right.
We tend to get a little impatient when we do have a stall. I know I've been that way in the past, and I had a month where I didn't really drop much weight, but, I don't know if I really shared myself what I like to do for weight loss stalls, but I'm I'm a firm believer. You work the plan, you adjust the plan if you need to, and you never quit. So
Okay.
I guess my advice is if anybody's stalled out for a significant amount of time, I would say a month or more, then you probably need to do some adjusting to make that scale go down. Now, for me, it's been a few different things. One, if you can increase your water intake, I think that's a good thing. That will help. Two, for me, especially when I was keto, when I was doing a keto diet, I would actually have a cheat meal, and it would reset my metabolism, and I'd start losing weight again. So just don't go crazy. It's like, yeah, you may kick yourself out of ketosis, but it seems like it resets your metabolism and you'll start losing weight again. So that is something that did work for me when I was doing keto. Only took a couple days and then the weight started going down and I'd get through the other thing is if you're on keto and you are stuck, try carnivore for a day or two or alternate. That worked for me. This last time when I went carnivore, which was 3 weeks ago, I was kind of on a stall and boom, the last 3 weeks I lost 18.5 pounds. So sometimes you got to change what you're doing a little bit to get through those stalls.
Wow.
So don't be afraid to try something different and adjust the plan to see if that'll get you the results you're looking for. Because sometimes it could be just the littlest thing is keeping you from dropping weight. And like you said, though, there is a lot of non-scale victories too. But, if it's one of those things where it's been a month and it's been 2 months and you really aren't losing any weight, you need to make some adjustments. That's my advice because that has worked for me. So everybody's different, though. So let's see what we got here.
Nice. I might try that.
Yeah, I would. I think sometimes our body needs to restart its metabolism. And I would not be afraid to try it, especially if it's just not moving for you. It's like you got to do something different and see if that'll get you through it.
Yeah, I'm just so scared of eating vegetables. That was one of the reasons why I stopped eating vegetables on the carnivore diet. But I'll have to see what maybe a couple of strawberries, maybe an avocado. I know those won't give me diarrhea.
You're carnivore now, right?
Yeah, for like 7 months.
Have a taco salad.
I'm so scared of vegetables. You have no idea. I
Cheat
went
the
through.
keto and see
Oh
what
man, cheat
happens.
keto. Okay. You know, yeah, I will. I'll see what
Just one
low
meal.
oxalate.
One
Maybe
meal.
maybe some iceberg lettuce won't do so much harm.
Just see what I mean. It's especially if you are getting frustrated with the scale a little bit. I would not be afraid to try it. But you got to do you. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I understand. Let me see here. I just want to catch up here on the. Where are we at here?
You know what's funny? My friend Christy, Meeting Wellness, she just said, "What about fermented veggies?" And it's funny that she said that because I promised myself on month 3 that I was gonna reintroduce avocados and what's the fermented cabbage called? Sauerkraut. So, you know, I might do that. Who knows? I'll let you know when I do. Okay. It'll be my cheat with vegetables.
You know, it'd be interesting to see what happened. And that's the way I kind of looked at this for me on my weight loss journey. I wanted to learn as much as I can. And, you know, that's why I started with low carb. I did dirty keto. I did keto. I did carnivore. I learned something about all those different plans. And you know, you kind of got to find what works best for your body and keep working it until it fails. And then you do something else. So let's see here.
I did eat beans I eat refried beans and a ton of jalapenos on Sunday. So I guess I carbed it a little bit. I had no problem with I had a couple weeks ago, I had onions, terrible. Chives, terrible. Stomach issues, pain, bloating, days of this. And then I ate like almost a can of jalapenos and like some other spicy vegetables. No problem. You never know how your body's going to react.
Keto Cheeto. Yeah, it's sad to see that. She lost, it looks like both her feet from diabetes. That's
terrible.
Sad.
I hate when I hear things like that because it's so easy. Like we're talking about cheating with salad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really.
Well, but you go to Walmart. I was in Walmart a year and a half ago, last June or whatever, in Wisconsin or the Illinois-Wisconsin border, and at 215 pounds, I'm like, I'm skinny, like, or normal, or I didn't feel overweight, I didn't feel obese. But then I come back to Columbia and I'm like, gotta lose some weight because these people here are not the same. It's not the same, but we need to change that, and that's why I want to keep doing this channel, so maybe we can change that, or all of us together, like cheat with a salad. Don't cheat with the box of Oreos, and don't make the box of Oreos the normal meal.
Yep. You know, it's surprising though. Like if I cheated to a taco salad from doing carnivore, it would probably affect my stomach a little bit. But it might not. I mean, it just all depends. But I'll find out tomorrow night because I'm actually going to dinner with my wife, and I are going to dinner with some friends of ours, and we're going to the Mexican restaurant. I'm not sure if I'll do a taco salad or if I'll get some kind of meat. You know, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. This is the week for me to do it if I'm going to do it, because I'm going to be pretty much the same probably for the week. But we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Let's see here. Comanche 2. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up on some of these comments here. Yeah, foot swells up. Yeah, it can definitely happen.
Bears just got another field goal. It's 20-3 Bears.
Wow.
About 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Oh, that is shocking.
Yeah, it's really shocking.
I'm glad I didn't bet on it. Let's see here. Size 10. I pants down to. That's great. So Keto Cheeto has type 2 diabetes. Yep. Low carb keto definitely will help with that. Just keep working the plan. It should make a big difference for you. My friend Brad, he's type 1 diabetic, and he has gained so much control over his diabetes by going low carb. He lost 50 pounds, and he tested his blood work the other day, and he's in the non-diabetic range, even though he's a type 1 diabetic. So low carb diet has done wonders for him,
Sure.
and he has so much control, for sure. Is there any questions out there? Go ahead and fire away. Put a Q in front of them, and we'll get you up here for anybody on the panel. So,
And any questions?
Yeah,
We don't care.
fire
Doesn't have to be
away.
about food.
We're glad that everybody's coming in and watching tonight, and glad to have you
Yeah, thank
here.
you.
Let's see here. If you haven't, too, if you could smash the like button, that would be great to get the live stream pushed out there. Make sure you do that if you would. And then I've got to get your stuff up here too one more time.
Aw, thank you so much.
Yeah, make sure you check out Alia's channel. Go ahead and give her a sub. She does a lot of wonderful things for the weight loss communities.
Thank
Whether it be keto, low carb, or carnivore, and she does a lot of amazing work and helped raise a lot of money with the 24-hour live stream.
It was of course I knew how much money we raised, but a couple days ago I'm like, hey, I raised $40,000 on my 40th birthday. How fun is that? Like it took me a couple weeks to realize how that sounds kind of cool.
It is cool. That's pretty awesome. So let's see here.
Yes, get an air fryer. They're awesome.
I got a question for you guys. What advice would you give to someone who's considering starting a keto or carnivore diet for the first time?
Who wants to? You want me to answer? Who wants to answer first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Do it. My advice always is take a garbage bag and go through your house and throw anything away that's not keto or low carb, and get some electrolytes. And I like the fact of drinking lots of water. And I say just jump in with both feet and get through anything that you need to get through, because that just rip the Band-Aid off. But some people don't like that. I say that. It might be rough. So I don't know if I had keto flu, because my kids got sick when I started carnivore, and I was sick for like a month. Like a cough, but it was like a cough that wouldn't go away. So it might have been that other thing, that we can't say. Might have been that. But I say just jump. If that was that other thing, I didn't get keto flu, but jump in and just do it. But you have to get all the stuff out of your house. You can't have this stuff out of your house that's tempting. This is how I ate beans and jalapenos. My husband wanted to eat it. Usually we just have carnivore foods in the house. So he wanted to eat it. And I was like, I'm not going to eat it, not going to eat it, not going to eat it. A bowl later. So you get what I'm saying? Like, don't have the stuff in your house, and find your community real fast. And we're here. That's the awesome thing. Wow, we're here, and we'll literally just do a live stream with you, or talk to you, or do an interview, or whatever. Email. Find your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Erin?
Well, I just kind of jumped into keto. For me, like, unlike you, Alia, you say there's stuff in the house, but for me, I have celiac, so I can't eat a lot of stuff to begin with. It really doesn't matter what's in my house. But I don't know. I feel like just start with the unprocessed stuff first, and then work back from there. Cutting the carbs here and there, cut this out, cut that out, maybe the grains first, and then the veggies. And that's just what I would do if I was starting all over again and under different circumstances, I think. But I do like the idea of getting rid of everything in the house, but I have other people that still eat that crap. So,
Yeah, I'm lucky that my kids, I'm lucky that my husband supports me, and I'm lucky that my kids understand if they want the junk food, we're walking 3 blocks to the store to get it. And they want to do that. So then fine, it gets me out of the house for a walk while they get their whatever.
Your kids are little though, right?
Yeah, they're little. They're 5 and 7. So
see, mine is 16. So of,
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know if you guys have
a boy or a girl. Not yet. A couple years.
A girl, and she does her own thing at this stage of the game. So
okay, I understand.
I remember those days.
I remember being 16 myself. I remember what that was like.
Me too. That's part of the problem. She's awesome. I shouldn't say
Oh,
that.
I'm sure.
I was just gonna say I have two daughters, and they're 25 and 23, and my son
They're
is
still alive?
19. He'll be 20. So
Oh,
no
wow.
more teenagers come November. So
Oh, wow.
yep, it goes fast. Don't blink.
Yeah.
They
Next,
I
say
won't.
that, and it's true.
Good point. No, Jacob,
Yeah.
I show this picture often of my heaviest, and it was when Jacob was 11 months old. I have it on my computer if you want me to pop it up. How is he 7 already?
No. Oh.
How is he 7? How is my daughter? How did she just turn 5? I feel like I just had a C-section.
I like Keto Cheetos comment, electrolytes or
Yeah,
poop
that's a good
emoji.
point. You need those electrolytes also.
You know,
You need those electrolytes.
I'll say this. I mean, I never had keto flu, and I drank a lot of water. I drank some electrolytes, and I think that really made all the difference for me, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like I learned a lot about that beforehand from watching all the videos before starting it. And I was right there with my element ready to go, and no
Smart.
keto flu either for me.
That's
Yeah.
great.
So, yeah.
Huh. Dave Mack had a guy on. He must be skinny now. He's the same height as you and 20 pounds lighter, huh? Yeah.
Oh, wait, who? Me?
No,
Who is
you
you?
just listened to there's a guy on Dave Mack's show yesterday
Oh, okay.
saying there must be skinny. The king of emojis.
It's true. It's true.
So Brian, how's any updates on the game?
So the Bears got an interception, and they're at like the 25-yard line, and we're at the 2-minute warning. So they may score again here before halftime.
Oh wow,
That is crazy.
that is crazy. Now the Bears haven't won, right? They haven't won a game yet. Is that correct? I don't think they have.
I don't think they have. They're either 0-4 or 1-3, one of the two. Let me go look that up, actually.
So while he's doing that, totally random. I was rewatching Back to the Future #2, and 2 interesting datums. My son, who was born in 2016, and it was right after the Chicago Cubs won the World Series for like the first time in 6 million years. And then I was watching recently with my son Back to the Future 2, and it says the Cubs. Remember the whole thing with the almanac saying who's going to win it? It was like Cubs 2016 win the World Series. Was that in the original movie, or did they like digitally remaster something, or like I don't know. I just thought it was really funny that was in the Back to the Future 2 that the Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that while we're getting an update.
So yeah, Becky already put down that the Bears are 0-4, and I did just confirm that on ESPN.com. And Eric tells us 14 in a row they've lost. Wow. They're coming up to that Lions record. Remember that one year? I don't know. It's about 5-6 years ago. The Lions went 0-16.
Yeah.
That was a killer season for me, let me tell you.
You've had a lot of rough seasons being a Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah.
I wonder, does anyone in the chat know the answer to this question? Was it always in Back to the Future 2 that the Cubs won the World Series in 2016? I'm so curious.
I don't, I've watched that many times. I do not remember that, but
I just saw it like 2 months ago. I was like, what? It really says that? That's hilarious. Okay. So apparently for the Hollywood Reporter, the Cubs' lousy luck made a great gag for Back to the Future Part 2, blah, blah, blah. Something about... Oh, apparently they were off a year. It was really 2015, not 2016. So maybe that's what it was. Okay. But they did it because they wanted to put the most ridiculous thing possible they could on that billboard.
So, if I'm not mistaken, they also said that the Lions were going to win the Super Bowl in 2024. So I'm just...
We really need to get a copy of that almanac and start winning the lottery and winning games.
So do you guys have anything exciting going on this weekend? I know Keto Palooza is going on. Yeah,
That's exciting.
down in is it Tennessee? Is that right?
That's Kentucky.
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 Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep, down that way. I never get down that way, so to me it's all the same. It's all that way.
Because you're Midwest, but you're almost on the West Coast.
Yeah, just about. Well, looks like the Bears scored.
Yeah. Yeah, touchdown, man. It's
So I was going to ask you, Alia, do you have much of a winter there?
No, it's perpetual spring. It's beautiful.
Really?
Beautiful here.
All
Yeah.
year long?
Where
it's
I
kinda-
live specifically, like I live in the center of the coffee region, in the biggest city in the coffee region, and but I live like they don't have suburbs here, but this is definitely the suburbs. So the city's like 10 minutes away, and like we live in a bunch of condominium apartment complexes here, but there's like cows right there.
Nice.
And then on the other side of the cows is another bunch of condos. And then anyways, it's really beautiful here. And it's super quiet, but at least I'm close to a big city. Perpetual spring. But in Bogota, it's like cold all year round, cold and rainy, like hot, cold, or rainy in the same day. And then if you go to the coast, if you go to like Cartagena or other coastal cities, it's super hot and humid. But I say Chicago summers are hotter than the coast. Chicago summers are terrible, and then the winters are terrible. So
Sure.
I like the perpetual spring.
That's interesting.
But it's like warm enough in the middle of the day to go swimming at the pool. And then like right now it's maybe like 70s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys can all Google Pereira. If you can even figure out how to pronounce that, spell that. Yay,
Alright.
subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, I wanted to get that up there again. Are you going to stay with us a little bit?
Sure. I'm also accepting super chats. I'm just joking.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, no, that's
Or
good.
super stickers.
I was going to say, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our next guest.
Oh, we have
and
another guest?
she's been pretty active in the chat tonight,
Wow.
and we're going to bring her on. Who is it tonight?
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Oh my God, you're so adorable
Becky.
today. Becky,
Keto
I love your
Bavarian.
glasses and your hair.
Well, thank you. I just got my haircut yesterday.
Great. And Rasta would be happy to know that you got out of your car.
I found a place. I found a
I'll
place.
tell him.
Yeah, no longer living in my car.
That's
GoFundMe
good.
was successful.
Oh, you were on Keto Cookout, right? That's what you're referring to? Russ is
Yeah,
talking
I
about
was
the
in my car.
I remember that. That was funny. Yeah.
It is girls' night on the football
Yeah.
game cookout. Whatever. What is this? Football party.
Go ahead, Brian. Tell us.
I'm afraid. It's the Low Carb Football Party.
Like the football cookout game.
That was so funny last week. I can't.
What did he say? I didn't see the beginning.
Oh, you
Did
missed
he
it.
say football party?
Football
There you
party.
go. There you go.
Okay.
The football party.
It was hilarious. You
fart.
gotta watch it.
And of course, we already have people in on the live, and they're like, actually, no, we don't fart with low carb.
And this is a good point. This is a very good point.
So that was funny. Well, welcome to the show, Becky. I know you've been
Thanks.
here once before in the past, and it's great to have you on tonight. I know you've been participating in the chat quite a bit, but I guess we'll ask you, what do you like to cook in the crock pot and this time of year, and what are some of your go-tos?
Okay. So I have an instant pot, not a crock pot. So it's not slow cooking. It's fast pressure cooking. And my favorite thing is a chuck roast, 115 minutes at high pressure, comes out with some beef broth in there, comes out, just falls apart. And then you can use
Wow.
some of that. You can make, Michaela Peterson talks about this. You can take some of it and shred it up really good and put it in the air fryer and make crunchy bits.
Oh, nice. I love crunchy bits.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. I literally have 13 pounds of chuck. No, probably about 11 now. 11 pounds of chuck in
Ah.
the fridge. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Albertsons has a deal for people with their app or whatever this weekend, like $3.97 a pound or something.
Oh, wow. It's very cheap.
So I'm gonna get one of those. But I have my grocery list here. I was making it. So while we were talking, because I gotta make Brian's wife's chili. That sounds good.
I will watch that part later to figure that out.
Yeah, he's got a video about it.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
looking forward to trying that too, for sure.
And the other thing I do now, this is carnivore if you do dairy. The Instant Pot has a yogurt setting, so you can take full fat Fairlife milk if you can tolerate it, with a little bit of Fage yogurt, just to get the what do they call them, probiotics or whatever makes the yogurt yogurty, whatever they eat, right? And then you can do that in the Instant Pot for 10 hours and on yogurt setting, and then strain it in a yogurt strainer, and you get the thickest Greek yogurt ever.
Oh, wow.
And you can use it like sour cream, or
Sounds
if
great.
you're ketovore like me and you are eating plants, like I would eat it with frozen blueberries or something. So.
Oh, wow. I might have to get an Instant Pot now.
They're pretty cheap. I think we got it for like $30 free shipping on Amazon.
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was really cheap. Maybe it was
That's
50.
really cheap.
Maybe it was $50. Probably 50.
Yeah.
I think
And I do pork butt too.
I was going to say, I think Amazon Prime Days are coming up again.
Yes.
10th and 11th, right?
Yeah, so that's usually the best time to get some deals, for sure. Looks like it's going to be halftime of the game.
Yeah, 27-3.
That's crazy. No one thought that would happen.
The Bears are 0-4, and they're winning.
And they're winning. Well,
Crazy.
It's probably a tale of two halves.
we'll see what. Yeah, Magic Johnson's an owner now of the Commanders, right? And he's in there. Probably he's going to give them some words.
The Commanders or Redskins or whatever you want to call them are not scoring 24 points in the second half.
You don't think so?
No,
This guy.
not even against the Bears. No.
Nope.
Becky, was there any other kind of crock pot or Instapot stuff that you like to make, or any food? What's your go-to food that you like to make the most? I guess that's a good question for you.
Yeah, chuck roast.
Chuck roast.
Yep. Yeah, that's great. Because I take a serving to work and it heats up nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So 115 minutes at how many degrees?
It just at high pressure. There's no
high
degrees
pressure.
on an Instant Pot.
Okay.
Yeah, high pressure.
You can see that I've used it 0 times since we
Yeah.
got it.
So what it does, the 115 minutes is how long it is at the high pressure, but it takes time for it to build up the pressure. So that is
Okay.
not included in the time. It automatically figures that out.
Okay.
So, and then I just let it naturally release and stay warm, like you could do in a crock pot where it's just warm. You just leave it in there till you're ready to eat or store it. Whatever.
Nice. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
I do hamburger patties in my Instant Pot too. So that basically steams them. You do it for 20 minutes at high pressure. I steam them. That's a steaming process. Frozen burger patties, right? The ones you just get in the big plastic bag. And then after they're done and the pressure's released, I just sear them for a little bit on the cast iron skillet. So I get at least 8 full, big patties in there.
Awesome.
You stack
Single
them.
layer?
Just
Stack them?
You can stack them.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then just sear them in the cast iron, like I said, because that makes it, you might put some butter or something and give them some flavor, salt. Those are yummy.
I just want to say I had another guest show up tonight. And
Hey.
welcome, Nicole.
You should be in bed.
I
We're back,
literally
girl.
Oh, wait,
just
you're
walked.
in Louisville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally just walked. Our flight was delayed like 45 minutes. It took me 45 minutes to get my bag. I walked in the door like literally 15 minutes ago. My bathroom door was locked. So I was like, what is happening?
Well, welcome to the show. We didn't know if you were going to be making on tonight or not, but we're glad you're here, even if you're here just for just a few minutes. But maybe you could tell
for
us what you
ladies'
do.
night.
Yeah, it is ladies' night. Maybe you could tell us what you got going on this weekend.
I'm in Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah, so I'm meeting up with Nurse Kim. So we're gonna meet in person. She's gonna scoop me up tomorrow. Hopefully not too early. And yeah, we're gonna listen to some talks. And there's a bunch of people who messaged me on Instagram and YouTube who are also gonna be here. I think Russ is gonna be here. Sean with Intentional Carnivore. There's a bunch of people going to be here. Cindy. So yeah, it's going to be, I'm super stoked to meet some people in person.
So
That's
exciting.
awesome.
What kind of festivities are planned as far as a meet and greet? Is there a program? What kind of, I guess I'm not familiar
So
with
my
all of-
husband's the planner. I kind of just show up. So honestly, I don't know. Kim's going to be my guide, I hope. But I think tomorrow is just going to be like check-in, and then I guess we're going to have like some sort of like music some guess that tune or some competition. So I'll be over here getting my dance and singing on. I'm not going to be guessing any names of tunes or bands, but I'll sing. So I think it's pretty chill tomorrow. And then Saturday and Sunday are really when everyone's going to talk. I think it's going to be Ken Berry, Tony Hampton, Kate, I think Howerton, and some other people are going to be here. So it's pretty good lineup.
That's awesome. Definitely.
Yeah.
And they're going to do some keto cooking.
We're going to try not to burn the hotel down and set off smoke alarms. I make no promises because I set off the alarms in my house and we're in a hotel. So I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Kim knows how to cook.
Kim's doing the cooking. I'm going to be doing the live show. I'll be controlling the stream and she'll be controlling the cooking. And Erin can attest. So I'm from Jersey. I don't know what the heck pork rinds are.
I was really asking if you were going to eat the pork rinds.
I am. She has a whole bag.
Hearing that.
Yep. And like we're known for diners. We're not really known for our meat or any of that other stuff. But if you want to come to a diner, we got some of those.
I miss
Get a cup of coffee.
You get
I want some coffee.
That's where Erin. So she must be from the north. I'm from the south. So I say water, but I'm sure she. I don't know. Say water.
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 Water. There's an awe in there too, just like
Water.
the coffee.
How do you say butter? Can you say butter, please?
Butter, please.
Oh, how about you, Nicole?
Butter.
What is it? How is it
Do
across
people
the
say that
river?
differently?
How do they say? Why do they say butter across the river?
Oh,
You guys-
butter? Oh,
Yeah.
butter. It's like butter. That's what you're thinking of, like coffee talk. It's like butter.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The SNL skit.
So what I miss? The Eagles won. Did we play yet?
Wrong game.
But you know, you're probably gonna be surprised by this. The Bears are beating Washington 27-3 at halftime.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Washington doesn't have a quarterback, right?
That's
one at all.
true, but I mean, this is the Bears, so
They're 0-4.
of course, all Chicago Bears fans now hate me because I'm over here like it's the Bears, but I mean,
Who's a
it's the
Chicago
Bears.
Bears fan? That's what I want to know. Let me know in
There's
the
like-
chat who is
There's
a
10 of
Chicago
them out
Bears
there
fan.
somewhere.
10 fans.
Okay, actually, no. Chicago is crazy about their teams. Like, if you walk through downtown Chicago, more like in the winter, it's like Bears, 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 Bears. Everyone's got their like. It's very funny for me, and I didn't realize that until I had like went and visited in the middle of winter. I'm like, these guys love the Bears so much. Or the Cubs. They've got Cubs stuff. Like you have the American flag on your house, and you've got a Cubbies flag on your house. They're intense about. I should be intense, but I'm not. But they're intense about their teams in Chicago.
So I got a question for you because there's the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Are the Cubs more popular than the White Sox in Chicago?
It's like a north-south thing, from what I understand. The north, I used to live by Wrigley Field, so the north is like the Cubbies, and the south is like the Sox. I could be wrong, but even if I ask my friend that lives in the south, she'll say she's a Sox fan. Yeah. If you're a Sox or Cubs fan, let me know in the comments and what part of the city you live in. I think I'm the only Chicagoan here.
So, Coach Nicole,
Sir.
What do you like to cook in the crock pot?
So Becky knows I'm not with the slow. I didn't even know what a pressure cooker was. A slow cook. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I have a crock pot that's 20 something years old. That thing's still ticking. But I cook everything in there. I cook my steak in there. Erin's about to lose her mind over there. So she's like, what just happened? Who just came on? So I cook my steaks in there. I'll put like ghee and beef bone broth in there. So I literally cook every single thing in the crock pot, including my steaks.
Including steaks.
Nice.
You're doing it all wrong.
Travis.
No?
It's too
What?
easy. No, that's awesome. I want to try it. I'm so lazy. That would be right up my alley. Just
You said
throw it
I'm
in
doing.
there.
Oh, you said you're doing it all wrong.
I said I'm doing it all wrong. I'm doing too much work. I didn't know you could just throw a steak in a crock pot and.
Yeah, I'm the laziest cook ever. I bake my hamburger patties too in the oven. Put it in for 45 minutes. Top each patty with butter, and that's it. Butter, and that's it. But I do have a banging. That is not a Jersey term. Chili recipe. So I put what do I put? Beef bone broth. I put, of course, 2 pounds of ground beef. That is the meatiest chili ever. 1 block of full fat cream cheese.
Oh wow!
And I do use tomatoes because my husband eats that stuff. But that's literally it, and it's the most savory chili ever. The cream cheese.
Gotta try that.
I really like the cream cheese idea. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
That would-
Cocoa powder too, if you're feeling spicy.
Cocoa powder?
I'm telling you, it sounds weird, but it works.
Mole.
Like chocolate?
Like a mole.
It works.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. Cacao.
Cream cheese is going on the recipe. On the list.
See? I
I
contributed.
haven't had too much dairy lately.
What's up, JP?
See, you learned something on the football. What's the channel there, Brian? What's the name of the show? You have to think about it, don't you?
Low Carb Football Party.
Yeah.
Low carb football party.
I like the other one. I like the farty better.
I came
For all that
backstage.
chili.
Brian was talking about farts. Literally, as soon as I came backstage, he started talking about farts, but I'm in the hotel room. I don't have my soundboard.
Oh.
But I came on stream and he was literally talking about fart. I'm like, again?
It's you.
Wherever you
It's
go.
you.
Wherever you go.
You know, Nicole, were you waiting very long?
No, I was waiting a couple minutes, but
I didn't
was
see
like-
anything. I didn't see you until the message popped up, and I'm like, "Oh, she's
every
here."
time you look down, I was like, he has to see me. I'm the only one backstage.
It was only the very top of your box was showing, and that's why I kind of missed you because the front part's filled up, and then I'm like, "Oh, I seen the message," and then I
Greg,
popped down right away.
it's totally fine. The night
Sorry about
I
that.
was locked out of my hotel room bathroom. Who locks people out of their bathroom?
Don't get for that maid.
Oh man.
Or housekeeper.
man.
Sorry.
Peanut butter and chili goes incredible.
I think you might be onto something because my dad makes this chicken peanut butter with chili sauce thing, and it is pretty good.
Wait, you said
Pretty
chicken?
dangerous.
I have had chicken and peanut butter, and that actually does go.
Yeah, chicken peanut butter and chili
Yeah.
sauce. Yeah,
That's
like sriracha. But I haven't eaten that. I can't eat that anymore. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll lose my carnivore card. Before she answers this, guys, love you all. I gotta go.
Well,
Bye, Alia.
Bye, Alia.
Thank you for having me.
it's good having you. Take care. All right, that was nice having her on too. And
I like to rant on my YouTube channel. It helps.
But you do it in beautiful places.
Yeah, I do.
Nicole, what do you like to do for a weight loss stall? How do you break one?
Somebody made me try a bite. What do I like? Well, I mean, there's so much you can do. That's such a loaded question, dude. But it depends. It depends on if you're close to your goal weight, then of course your weight's gonna slow down. Your weight loss is gonna slow down a little bit. But you can exercise. You can obviously make sure you're sleeping enough. Decrease your portions, of course. Sometimes I'll throw in a little extra carb. I'm still below 50, but sometimes I'll throw in a little extra carb, and believe it or not, that like carb cycling works. There's a reason bodybuilders do that. This is for people who don't have issues with carbs and are okay with that, of course. But yeah, it depends on what the stall is. Stress is huge. So if you're talking scale weight, so I recommend not using the scale and just go by your clothes, take measurements and all that stuff, because the scale is literally just based off your endocrine system. You're just your hormones. So it's really not giving you a full picture. If you are going to use the scale, however, weigh yourself every day, take the average at the end of the week, and that's your average weight change for that week, because your weight's going to go up and down all week, every day. So yeah, I recommend not using the scale. If you are going to use it, just weigh yourself every day. But yeah, so maybe adding in a little bit of carb, making sure you're getting enough sleep, decrease your stress, of course, your portions, increase your protein, if anything, because that has the highest thermic effect. Yeah. It's pretty much all I got at 10 o'clock at night.
That's all good information, for sure. And let's see here. I was just going to see if there's any more comments. Okay. Hello. How's it going tonight, Teresa? You had a really good interview with Brian the other day, I noticed. That was, I don't know if you guys had a chance to catch it, but I listened to most of that. And yeah, it was a great interview for both of you. I enjoyed the show. So let's see here.
And Mike's here.
Yep, Mike's here. How you doing, Mike? Got a few
Go
more
Bears.
Teresa's
going.
shout outs. All good. Yeah, that's Aaron's wondering who you talking to.
Mike Shaw.
Okay, Mike.
Oh,
Who let him out? No.
Gotcha. Did he get in trouble?
It's a joke of
him.
eating wellness, the teacher's joke.
no, Mike. I am totally good if the red potatoes lose.
So, Nicole, I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about your channel and what you do over there. And in case there's some viewers on here that have not been to your channel before, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing? And Becky, I'll get back to you too on that
No
one.
worries.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pop off. In a
Yeah, I
couple
figured you
minutes
probably
too,
were gonna.
but yeah, so I am a certified nutrition specialist. So my goal with my channel is to educate in a fun and entertaining way, and to hopefully get more people in my space to come to the dark side, or at least open their minds to the other side. But I do a lot of reaction videos. I am starting to do more talking head education videos. But yeah, I do a lot of reaction videos. I make good use of my soundboard. I love potty talk. I am a Jersey girl living just outside of DC. But yeah, if you're not subbed, I am at former fat girl, and I also love collabing. So I definitely love to chat with anyone I have not talked to yet. Like Becky, Aaron, Mike, everyone in the chat I haven't talked to. I'm down to talk to anyone.
That's awesome. Yeah, so make sure you check out her channel. I'm going to plug it up here one more time here before I know you're going to be leaving soon here. So I wanted to get that up there for you. And
I don't know why that made me laugh. Plug it up.
Plug it up.
Plug it up.
That's a woman saying.
So there's where you can find her at Former Fat Girl, and make sure you check out her page, give her a sub, and give her support as well. So
have fun in Kentucky.
Thanks. Well, I'm going to hang out for Becky's thing. This is my first time talking to Becky too. I feel like we become internet besties. Like
I know.
all up in the chat.
We chat a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she gives me the play-by-play when I'm on live. She's like, "Your Eagles are winning." I was like, "Yes."
With that being said, Becky, why don't you tell us about your channel and what you got going on there? You know, I know you're have a fairly new channel. You haven't been at it that long, but tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, you know, I just started, had a relapse, you know, earlier this year after having lost 80 pounds on keto, gained a lot of it back. So in June, I rebooted and just decided that to keep myself accountable, because I saw so many great new voices in this space talking about their experience, I thought I would join in. And I started my channel at the end of August, and it's just a vlog, you know, my N equals 1, what's happening, what's going on. I've lost 25 pounds since I rebooted, and I know I just ranted about a stall, but really I was looking at my numbers, and, you know, it was 4 pounds lost in a month. So I'm 15 years postmenopausal. That's probably pretty good.
That's a pound a week, dude.
It's a pound.
That is awesome.
But you know, you see it go, and I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
You just want it to be more. But yeah, I'm going to probably do a no scale November or something. Probably, you know, yeah, just quit it. Because I can tell I have a one picture from June or before June and a picture I took today side by side. You could obviously see the difference. So it's definitely changing. And so, yeah, my channel, one of the things I like to do is go out on hikes locally, little walks, and take people along with me, share my thoughts, or just show you around Oregon. So
yeah,
I'm going to be with John Carnivore Backwoods on Sunday.
Nice.
Coming up. And then for Halloween night, I'm going to do Ignore the Trick-or-Treaters with me. 6 p.m. Pacific Live.
Nice.
Do you hide in your basement?
My room is at the back.
I used to turn all the lights off and run downstairs in the basement.
Yes. Yes, I have for years. Don't come to, nobody comes to my house. I'd have to find a meat stick to give them or something.
Hand up toothbrushes. They'll never come to your house again.
Yeah, so.
Hey, Brian, did you have a score update? I think something happened in the game.
I do. So at halftime, I said there's no way that the Redskins or Commanders, whatever you want to call them, are going to come back in this game and score 24 points. So what do? They take the second half kickoff. They go right down the field, score a touchdown, and get a 2-point conversion. So it's now 27 to 11. Yeah, 27 to 11. So technically that's 2 scores if you go with 2-point conversions. So they're going to prove me wrong probably and come back and win this game.
You never know. That's for sure. It looks like we had some comments come in here. Let's see where we're at here. Let's start here. I want to make sure I didn't miss any here. And Looks like Keto Cheeto grilled earlier today, sliced up a thick T-bone. That sounds really good. 5-inch mushroom caps with seasoning, steak seasoning, and Parmesan. Keto life. Looks good. Sounds good.
Yes.
Hey, how's Russ doing tonight?
Oh, yes. It really was. Thank you, buddy. Just really pretty. I even got some cows to put on my walls there. I don't know if you can see them.
There we go.
I'd say he's going to be a repeat offender, that Mike.
There we go.
Well, I don't want to get punched, so I'll just keep the lights out.
That's funny.
Hey, Russ, are you in Kentucky? Are you coming to Keto Palooza? Someone said that you were. Greg, you told me to look out for Russ.
Yep. He's
Hi,
there.
Greg. How are you?
I thought Russ was going.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it sounds like there's gonna be quite a few people there from what I've been hearing. So that's awesome. I wish I could go.
No.
You
Okay.
can. I mean, I left it like I was supposed to leave at 4 something this morning. So I mean, you probably won't get in much later than I did. Erin, who's your team?
Yeah. Didn't have a team.
Giants, Jets.
Well, that is the part of the state that I'm from. So if I had to cheer someone on, it would be one of them.
Do you know they play in New Jersey, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Do you know that the Statue of Liberty is in New Jersey and
Yes.
you're
Yes.
naming it?
Yep. Little known fact.
It really
They
is.
take all the good stuff.
I know. True.
Hootenanny?
Hootenanny.
You're not saying it right. Only Nurse Kim can say that word right.
Hootenanny?
Hootenanny, how do you say
Oh, Nurse Kim. Someone on, I think one of the flight attendants said, we are X amount of minutes away from Louisville.
Oh,
I was like, yes, I'm not the only one. They actually said Louisville. She would have a cow.
oh. That gets you banned at the border. No entry. Even
That's
I know that. And I'm
I had
from,
no
I'm
idea
from
until I heard you
Oregon.
guys say it.
Or
Oh, yeah.
I sometimes
That
I
was
say
Louisville.
Oregon.
Not say that.
That's funny.
You're right, JP.
If anybody has any questions, go ahead and fire away.
Damn, you guys joined the marathon?
What?
Trying to beat the,
Salt Marie ones.
Are you guys trying to beat the 10-hour live stream?
No,
No.
No?
24
We only
hours.
go about 3.5 hours.
it's 3.5 usually.
3.5.
That's
Really? You guys
Yeah.
have that some stamina.
Wow.
yep.
I have to wiggle my legs a lot.
This game's going pretty fast, though. I mean, there's 9 minutes left in the third quarter, so it may not be as long tonight the way it's going. But
I gotta say, this has been a rough one for me because I haven't got as much sleep the last couple nights. So you probably see I keep yawning in the background over here. I'm like going. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's been
I-
rough.
Last night I had a dream. Well, it woke me up in such a panic because I hadn't bought school supplies and school was the next day. And my youngest son is 24.
Oh, well, Becky,
I didn't buy school supplies.
Greg just left. I think he's out getting school supplies. I think
Okay,
you
good.
reminded him. Yeah,
Good.
he left.
Everything's all right then.
You reminded him.
He's like, oh my god, school started already. Wait a minute.
Peace out.
Only
I'm
been
the
going
host,
on
but
a
I'm
month
leaving.
here.
I'm sure he just lost the internet there for a minute. So he'll be back here in a few minutes.
27 to 11. Well,
I guess
don't
that
know.
means
I'm lagging.
I guess that means I got to kind of play host here. So let's
Yeah,
see
but
what's
you
coming
can't
up.
pull things up on the screen, can you?
No, I can't, but I can ask questions, so I can do that at least. So
I can show
let
off
me-
my new tumbler.
There you go.
I got a handle, 40 ounces.
So let me ask this: raise your hand if you drink coffee. So only one. So really,
None of you drink coffee?
I have
do not drink
never.
Yeah.
So don't look at me. I'm not.
It's
I'm not
one
like
of my
I
last
didn't give
vices,
it up.
so
Or anything.
that's it.
I'm,
love
I'm
I
the
thought for
Diet
sure it
Coke
was going to
thing.
be 3-1 the other way. 3 people drink coffee, and I was the only one that didn't. So I'm
Well, I don't know
surprised.
what coffee is, but I don't.
You drink
I don't-
coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee or coffee. Coffee.
I wonder what they call chicory then. Chicory. Like that's fake coffee. Chicory.
Keto Cheeto says coffee tea. Coffee tea. Is that like a mixture of coffee and tea?
Coffee
Do you guys drink
Or
tea? Anything?
I'm not a fan of the warm beverages. I don't.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy some chai tea with some whipped cream in it, whipping cream, and butter. Sometimes.
Hey, Greg's back. I think he's got your school supplies.
Oh, did you get your school
Did
supplies?
you get my school supplies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't drink coffee, by the way.
Oh, Russ does.
All right, ladies and Brian and Greg, I'm gonna sign off.
You have
It's
fun
been-
there.
Thank you. It's been nice meeting you, Erin and Becky, and live on screen. And yeah, get some sleep, Brian. And thanks for the invite, Greg. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah,
Good
thanks for
night.
coming in. Take care. Have a fun weekend.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bears just punted to Washington.
Oh,
So-
they're gonna come back, aren't they?
Yeah, they must have heard me saying that Washington could not possibly come back because they just returned this punt like 15 yards too. So yeah, anything to prove
Guys
me
are
wrong.
probably behind on the comments here. I'll just flash them up here. Yeah, I missed your guys' coffee this morning, Aaron.
It was early. It was 5 a.m. for her.
Oh wow.
In California. Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's early for us out here.
Or are you out on the West Coast as well?
Yeah, I'm in Oregon.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Where the Ducks play.
Yep. I didn't know if Nicole would come on or not because her flight got delayed.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's okay. I said, if you can make it, come on, great. If you can't, that's okay too. Whatever. I said, we'll have you on in the future anyways. So it's not a big deal, but I'm glad she was able to make it.
The Fighting Ducks. You got that right, Mike Shaw. That's what they're called.
Gosh, dirt.
Yep.
I don't know who they're playing this weekend. My last walk I did was around Autzen Stadium too. So last weekend.
Are they playing Colorado this weekend? I think I'm gonna have to look that up. I think
No, we already played Colorado and we killed them.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, Aaron, what did you think of the show tonight? Do you like being on?
It was fun. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I'm just starting to do this, so it's only the third time I'm going live, but I like it. It's a fun thing to do, and
The more you do it, the easier it gets. Pretty much, I would say.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Brian, did you have any questions for anybody?
Well, when you went shopping for some school supplies, I did ask a coffee question. But I am going to just say that it looks like Oregon does not play this weekend. So they have a bye this weekend. And Then they play at Washington the following weekend, so that's
Right.
gonna be a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think they're both ranked. So
Mm-hmm. Both in the top 10.
I think so.
Looks like Mike went to the 4x100 and ran in Haywood Field. And that was an honor.
I don't know what happened in the game. I missed it, but the Bears have the ball at midfield, so there must have been a turnover.
Mike, it's Hayward. WARD. Have you seen it since it was remodeled? It's beautiful. And my boss was a pentathlete at University of Oregon.
Good night, Teresa. Thanks for coming in. It was good to see you on here. Uh-oh, we have a surprised guest.
What?
Nobody knows about this.
Not even
The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey!
Yeah, I am none of the above. I am none of the above. You know, Greg is a natural born liar. Don't pay attention to him. Can you guys hear me okay? I gotta try to find my headphones and stuff here. This is actually streaming from my cell phone from a hotel room in Louisville, Kentucky here. So doing the best I can. I don't have my rig, you know, my big studio set up here. So, but you guys can hear no echo, any of that? Cool.
No, it's pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of a, I don't know. You sound pretty good though. I think you'll be able to get by. Definitely.
All right. Well, if you like it, I love it. Here I am.
Is Kentucky a place that you would go in your day job ever, or did you just?
Yeah, I'm here for Keto Palooza. You know, it's an event
in the past.
Keto Summit here. Yeah, but no, I passed through Lexington on my way to Ohio. I've been to Lexington a lot of times, but I don't think I've ever been to Louisville. It's first time. So yeah, we're here hanging out. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Being there, you know, I'll do everything I can to get kicked out of there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Teresa is still here. She was saying goodnight to somebody else, so my bad.
Oh,
She is
Hold
here.
on. Hey, Teresa. Oh, thanks, sir.
So Russ, did you meet up with anybody tonight at all from the weight loss community at all, or no?
No, it doesn't start until tomorrow. I just got here a little bit early. I think registration is like 3:00 tomorrow afternoon. So they had something. I don't know if any of you guys follow Autumn Weathers or watch Autumn Keto. Ever seen any of her stuff? But it's her event, and she had some type of event for her members tonight. If you're a member of her group, but yeah, no, it doesn't really start till tomorrow. 3:00 is registration, and they got stuff all night, all day, and then Saturday, and then half a day Sunday. So, but Dr. Barry's here, Two Crazy Ketos, Maria Emmerich, Hampton is here. Trying to think who else is here. Howerton, I think I can't think. Kim Howerton, I think her name is.
Yep.
And another doctor, I can't think of his name, but yeah, it should be cool, man. And a lot of people, you know, that's what it's all about. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And I'll have some stuff. I'm going to catch up with Dr. Barry, probably Dr. Hampton, the Crazy Ketos, and probably put some stuff maybe on Instagram or post some little videos like I did at the Keto Summit in Orlando. So yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, that's great, Russ. I'm glad you're able to do that and meet some people, and you should have a good time. I'm looking forward to seeing some of those videos. I know last time you did a bunch of shorts, and
Yeah.
I watched every one of them. So
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I gotta think of some silly stuff to do. So I gotta figure something out. You know me, man. I just kind of wing it. We'll see how it is when we get there. I was thinking of, I was thinking about when I see Dr. Berry, I was thinking about ask them. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I was going to say, hey, I heard a rumor on the internet that at the Keto Orlando Summit, Nisha had to get bailed out of jail. She slapped one of the hotel staff because they ran out of butter. Is that true?
Oh goodness.
I'm like, hey, you run out of butter at a keto summit, you got it coming to you. That's how it goes. So yeah, I got a list. I thought of some stuff last night, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. He's a real cool guy, real easygoing. He's got a good sense of humor. So same with Hampton. I owe Hampton anyway because he threatened me. So he threatened me on Carrie's live stream.
Yeah.
Said he was going to punch me next time he saw me. So we'll see how that goes. When I see him.
Offer him a meat stick. Then
Yeah. I tried that one time. Hey, look, the last woman offered a meat stick to end up paying her child support. I'm just saying. Hey, look, it's a late night stream. Can I get away with that one, Greg?
Yeah.
Is that the censors? Did the censors? Are they going to cut that one out? Hey, listen. If I said that on the cookout, Adam would shut the whole stream down. Adam would he'd shut the whole and just go straight to black. I'm not allowed to do any of that stuff on there. So Adam's our official stick in the mud.
He looks like one too.
Yeah.
Never moves.
Yeah, some jokes. Hey, listen, you start talking about meat sticks, those jokes just write themselves. I mean, you just can't. I mean, I'm sorry, I do what I can, but it's just, that's an endless supply there of meat stick.
So it looks like Teresa said, Russ, stop by Arizona and I'll give you a ribeye. So,
hey, listen,
that'd be awesome.
Arizona's a long way to go to get a ribeye. I'm pretty sure I can get one around the corner here at the Longhorn, but I appreciate that. I love that. Hey, listen, I'd rather have a hug, frankly. I'd rather have a hug. So there you go.
There you go.
Mike.
Yeah, it's hot enough in Arizona. You don't even need to fire up a grill to grill that ribeye.
Yeah, I can't see too well. I'm looking into my phone here, so it's all like mice type.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit smaller and stuff.
So I can't really read it too well, but I'm making do, doing what I can.
Just free hugs.
There you go. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I need to feel all the low carb love. I need it all of it. What? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
From your low carb ladies and your keto.
That's right. The low carb ladies with all my keto cuties. Yeah, I'll tell you, I need that love, man. I need it all. I need all I can get. Hey, I'll even hug my keto cowboys, man. I'll hug the cowboys too. I hug everybody, man. I got love for everybody.
I know how big you are on cooking, Russ. I might as well ask you the question that I asked everybody else tonight.
Yeah.
Do you have a crock pot?
Funny you should mention that because I do have a video coming out. I filmed it, and I don't know when it'll be coming out. Sometime this month for sure. I got a bunch of new kitchen equipment, and I will be destroying food with brand new equipment here coming up. And you can watch me just destroy and torture pieces of meat with my new equipment. But I got rid of my crock pot and got another crock pot. Basically, it's a Ninja Smart Lid, and it's a pressure cooker, slow cooker, air fryer, steamer. It's got all kind of features to it. So I'll be destroying food with that. And the main reason I got it was so I could start pressure cooking, because it cuts the time way down, and I can't bear to be in the kitchen. I can't bear the thought of 4 to 6 or 8 hours cooking something. That's ridiculous. Just the thought of that makes me not even hungry anymore. So
Me
I
too.
don't have to do all that. So now I can, like, I made a brisket last week. I pressure cooked it for an hour. It turned out great for me. Now somebody else might, think it was just okay, but I thought it was delicious. By my standards, it was fantastic. So the last brisket I made, it was like 6 hours. So I'm like, man, listen, I can put that thing in there, go do the keto cookout, and after the show, I can get it in. So that's what I'm talking about. So I'm looking forward to doing stuff in that. And people have requests. I know they're secretly making fun of me. I'm convinced that they're secretly clowning me. I know they are. Like, cook this, Russ. Ha 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 ha. Cook this, cook that. I already know that's what's going, but that's fine. If it's good, it's good for people's self-esteem. If it makes you feel better about yourself to watch me, ruin perfectly good meat, hey, I love it.
Cooking is boring. Yes.
Brian, do we have a score update?
We do. Washington just kicked a field goal. It's now 27-14. Still in the third quarter, so down to 13 points now.
Might end up being a really good game yet.
So what brought on the slow cooker question? Was that the topic of the day or something?
That's actually one of our topics tonight. We were just asking about crock pot cooking and seeing what people like to cook, because it's that time of year, at least in the northern part of the United States, or where it gets cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of I guess, being from Ohio. So.
Oh yeah. No, I'm all about the stews and the soups and all that stuff. The crock pot and slow cooking is such an inexact thing. I mean, there's, I got a crock pot with a timer and a probe on it, but the old school one, the one I had before that, didn't have either one. It was just low and high, and you put stuff in there and, do one of these and, and whatever happens.
Yep.
So I got the one with the probe, and that was cool. It helped a little bit and that, but so far the pressure cooker is that's going to work for me.
Yep.
It's early. I'll find a way to ruin that too, but just give me some time.
So Russ, you got anything exciting going on your channel? I mean, obviously you're going to get some video this weekend, but do you have anything else planned coming up?
There's nothing exciting on my channel. There's no reason that I can't imagine. I'm just so thankful for the kind people who show me pity and mercy and come to my channel just to see this poor dope, do his stupid things. I got a keto conversation with Bachnes there, Tom Bachnes, coming up. And I got some things in the can I'll be releasing. The Reverend is going to be back doing what he does here. The Reverend will be making an appearance probably next week or so. Then I said I got my new toys. I got a bunch of new kitchens. I got a new air fryer. I got a new electric skillet. I got a new, some new stuff there. I don't think I'm going to have time to do a cooking video this month because I got a lot of different things going on. So I made a video with my new appliances, and I'm like, hey, this is what I'll be making my next group of cooking videos with. So, and then of course the keto cookout on Tuesdays, and then just my walk and talks or my life updates. That's just kind of my rotation. I do my, my kind of regular stuff there. So, and I'll have a weigh-in coming up here in another 10 days. So we'll see how bad that is.
Not going to be bad. You can already look at his face. Your face is getting smaller all the time.
Well, thank you. But is it getting more handsome? That's what I really need. That's
yes, it goes hand in hand.
Okay, well, the size does not. Listen, there's some thin-faced, ugly people out there. There's some rough-looking, thin-faced dudes out there. Okay,
That's true.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, I got to try to keep it together. So just let me know if I'm losing any of the handsome. That's all I need to know. But thank you. You know, I do my thing. I do anticipate it being good. You know, it was Carbogeddon in September. September was yeah, it was Carbogeddon. But I still lost a pound for the month, even after all that. And I've been really on the straight and narrow. You know, the last couple of weeks, really. You know. So yeah, I anticipate it being good. I'm 90% sure it's going to be good. I feel a little bit lighter. So yeah, I feel a little bit like it's going to be good, but we'll see. We will see.
Look forward to it.
I think it'll turn out. I think you'll turn out better than you think.
I don't, you know me, man. The only reason I even weigh myself at all is because people on the channel just torture me about it.
We want to know.
I mean, it's like everybody like, how much do you weigh? What do you eat? I'm like, yeah. It's just like the cooking videos. I can't imagine how low you have to be to want to watch me cook something, man. I can't imagine what kind of terrible life you have that it brings you joy to watch me cook something. I can't imagine the depths of sorrow and the depths of pain that someone must have that it brings them joy to watch me cook something. I can't.
Good for a laugh.
Yes, there you go. It's comic relief there.
Great
So,
day.
and that's why I do it, because listen, when I started my channel, there were two things I said I was never going to do. One was cook and eat anything, and the other was work out. Okay? I'm like, you're not going to see me grunting and sweating on the internet nowhere. I'm just telling you, that ain't happening. Okay? You know, except on my OnlyFans, but that's different.
I was gonna.
That's a whole different program. Not on the keto site. That's a different site. but really, I mean, it's like I just don't. My channel, honestly, all I want to do is make people laugh. That's really was the purpose of my channel, and to shine the light on the doctors and the scientists and the people that can really help you. I'm just a dummy on the internet. What do I do? I look at the before and after picture. What are you gonna listen to me? But you know, if I can get you laughing and smiling, and then point you to the people that really know stuff, that's really what my channel is about. But it has turned into more than that. Just because I'm a man of the people, and the people say, "Hey, we want to see this, do that." I'm like, okay. So there you go.
I have to laugh because I put a couple weeks ago put up a what I eat in a day video, because that hasn't been something I've been doing, and it's gotten the most views of any of my videos.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just like, dude, it's like feeding time at the zoo or something, man. It's like, you know, I'm like, I don't understand it. I mean, because we all pretty much eat the same thing.
meat and
It's like, you know, here we are again. What do you eat? Meat. How about you? Meat. What about you? Meat. Okay, meat, you know. So, but people love it, man. I'm telling you. I don't understand it. But if it helps people, hey, I'm all about it. So that's evangelism.
The videos are kind of interesting that you put out, because ones that you think would be really good or do really well, they don't do anything. And then you have one video that you think's kind of dumb and it blows up.
Well, I think all my videos are dumb, so that's you know. But yeah, I know what you mean. You can't tell. Some of them, I mean, again, the ones that get the most views, I wouldn't think so either. But yeah, it's interesting what people will click on. I don't understand it, but
yeah.
I don't even try to understand it anymore. I do the videos that I think are funny and that I think are interesting, and you know, and leave it up to that.
I'm just, yeah, I went into this. I can't be monetized because of where I work. So I just want to share my story.
We lost we lost you. We lost you there, Bex.
Oh.
At least on my end, I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but I didn't hear you. I heard I can't be, and then I didn't hear the rest of it.
I said I can't be monetized.
Oh.
Because of where I work without getting permission. So I just want to share my story. So I'm not in it for, to get to any level. And so yeah, it's interesting to see what people find.
So you can't get monetized until you're out on parole. Is that what you're trying to say?
I knew that was coming. I knew it was
When you get
coming.
off, hey, you hang in there. When you get off probation, you can get monetized there. Like, you keep doing it. I'm gonna tell you something, Becky. My channel was up for 2 months before I even knew what monetization was.
Yeah.
Seriously, Adam Lacey had to explain it to me because I had no concept of what I thought he was talking about super chats and stuff. I mean, I'm like, you mean super chats? He was like, well, yeah, but so so I totally understand. I mean, this is pure evangelism for me.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, I have gotten monetized now, just thankful to the people who support me and all that. But yeah, I don't, that's not why I do it either,
I was going to say, I see Nicole said that she lost a couple of subs on her one grocery haul video. I think it was the avocados that were offensive.
That's
That
not
was my working theory.
Yeah, no, that was me. That was me. I unsubscribed because you didn't have any cupcakes.
I'll make you a keto cupcake.
Yeah, no, it's funny. And listen, I do that all the time on my channel. I'm like, hide your kids, hide your wife, carnivores.
Here comes a vegetable.
Yeah, I got graphic images. There are graphic images. So yeah,
Those pickles.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have a head of lettuce on here. So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Right.
Because he's offended by avocados.
He's probably the most hardcore of all of us.
That's right.
I love an avocado, but I always buy too many. Then they go bad.
Guacamole, man. That's and my sister Debbie's out there. One time I was like, she lives in California. She's got avocado trees, and she was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh, you like I was talking about eating guacamole. She's like, "Oh, you like avocados?" I said, "I like guacamole."
Right.
And she's like, "Well, I'll send you some, and you can make your own." I said, "What? Did you just say I can what?"
Your own.
I'm like, "Yeah, you send those things here, they will be in a dumpster." I'm like, I'm not making guacamole. Why would I make guacamole when I can buy it in a plastic container?
I even have the Pampered Chef avocado opener device. Like, I am a sucker for devices. It's cute.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do that. One of the most common injuries at the ER is the way people open an avocado and split their hand open.
Oh. Yeah. See, as if I needed another reason not to cook. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's exactly right. Oh yeah. People cut themselves. People hurt themselves cooking. Why would I do that?
It's true. I got scars. That's why I wear long sleeves. No.
Brian, it looks like you got another scoring update.
Yep.
Yeah, so just started the fourth quarter. Bears look like they got a field goal. I actually missed it because I had to step away for a minute. But so they're up 30-16.
Yeah.
So I apologize for stepping away from it, but my youngest daughter has been away at college month and a half here or whatever, and she just came home for this weekend, and she just got home. So I went down and said hi to her real quick.
Oh, exciting.
So sorry about that, but had
Here's
to do
what
it.
Nicole said. She thought you were offended by avocados, so he left. Teresa has plant PTSD.
Believe me,
man.
I have that too over certain. I cannot do nuts. Like, I love nuts, but I can't. They tear up my gut. Walk this way.
That is kind of funny, isn't it? Cooking is dangerous. Don't try it at home.
Right. That's dangerous. And, that's why, We had Ryan Murphy on. He injured himself exercising. So there you go. See, that's, another reason not to exercise.
Do you guys follow Graham and his exercise videos? Like, I want to join him because it looks like fun.
Yeah, I don't exercise. It makes me tired.
Yeah, well, it's kind of that way. I just walk. That's all I do. Walk.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I listen. You guys see me. I'm out there walking, and I do my walk and talk. So I can't deny that. You got video evidence of me exercising.
I do too. It gets easier as you do more of it somehow.
Yeah, I've never been one. Even I wasn't always this size. I mean, I played sports and stuff in high school and stuff, but I've never been one to just exercise for the sake of exercising. I've never been that person. Like, guys wanted to go do something, shoot hoops or something, I go do that. But just to wake up and do jumping jacks, yeah, I'd rather eat Apple Jacks. So,
I was totally into aerobic dance in the 80s. The looked like Jane Fonda out there. No, I didn't.
Well, I can see you out there in the leg warmers. I can see it. Go get him, Becky. Go get him.
I did go get him.
I love it.
I gotta say goodnight, guys. I'm fading fast, and I gotta get up early. So, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Your channel.
Come on, take care.
I'm gonna go binge her tomorrow while I'm at work with nothing to do.
There's
Lots of
Aaron's
fun.
channel. If you're looking to subscribe, go ahead and check out her channel and give her a sub. That would be great. And then we'll show Alia's too. She's not on right now, but she was on earlier. There's her channel. And we've got Becky's here also. And I know I got yours on the bottom here, Russ. I like to show everybody's channel. Make sure you give them all a sub. Check them out.
I appreciate that, brother. I need all the help I can get. Thank you.
And then
Me too. I broke 100 subs.
there you go.
Go get them, Becky.
Let's see what else we got. A couple more comments here. Let's see here. Sorry, moved
They're
on.
laughing at me. Yep.
Sweating to the oldies, sweatbands and all.
She's a maniac. I love that movie.
Fame. Remember Fame?
No, I loved that. That was good too.
Aaron is awesome. Definitely. All our guests are awesome, including my co-host.
Hi, Christy.
Yeah, hey.
I'm going to be on with the Lionesses in December.
Oh, how about that?
Ways off, but
Love it.
Flashdance set in Pittsburgh. Go Steelers.
Boo. And cheating ass Steelers, man. I don't root
They
for them.
are. They do whatever it takes.
Oh, that was almost an intentional grounding.
Who do you root for in the NFL, Russ?
Bengals.
Bengals. Okay. Yeah. Who day?
That's right.
Day be having a rough year this year.
Bengals and Buckeyes. Yeah, we stink out loud. We stink out loud right now.
I'm
Our
so
quarterback is
surprised.
hurt. Our quarterback is hurt. I think I might have said this on the stream. I think Greg, I think you might have asked me, but I'm like, I don't know. Is Joe Burrow at 75% better than our backup at 100%? I don't know. But to me, he just looks like he's not right. Yeah, I appreciate him trying to be tough and all that and play, but I don't know if he's helping us or hurting us being injured like that. And he missed all the camp, and I don't know. I just don't know what to say. But we stink.
I think they've been scoring like 3 points a game, so they might want to try something different at this point. I mean,
yeah, because is more mobile. He's not running as much. I don't think, like getting out of the pocket and moving around. He's not. I don't know. Like I said, it looks like to me he's not very mobile. With a bad leg. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. My Bengals, same thing. Bengals. My Buckeyes, same thing. Their offense is terrible. I mean, we beat Notre Dame, but they're so overhyped. They're never as good as everybody says they are. But we do have some good teams we have to play, and that offense. Yeah, we ain't winning no championship with that offense. So, our defense is good. Our defense is good enough to win a championship, but our offense is not.
We have ourselves a football game the way it's going. Washington's about ready to take it in for another score.
Yeah.
So it's going to get a little tighter.
All because I said that there was no way they could score 24 points in the second half.
Yeah. Why'd you say that?
I don't know. They're going to score more than 24 at this point.
Yeah. I got a lot of glare on my glasses. I don't have this might be the only time this might be an exclusive. This might be the first time ever I've been on
I've
the
never
live
seen
stream
you
without
without
my
your
glasses. There you go.
No.
Now you have.
Hey, Brad, thanks for tuning in on your way home from the Minneapolis airport.
Oh, wow.
Now I really can't say anything.
I used to have glare too. It's not so bad since I lowered my brightness on my screen.
Well, I have a setup in my house. The secret. The secret is I have big bright lights up above me because you just need more light, coming on you than the light coming at you.
Got you. Yeah.
So, but in this environment, like I said, I'm not set up to broadcast here, so I'm just making do. But I can wear them down like that too. I could do that.
That's what I really do because these are.
I don't think that's very handsome. I don't think the low carb ladies will like that look.
That's what I'm always doing that because I can't see distant.
Yeah.
Everybody says you're looking down at me. Stop it.
Like, well, yes, I am, but not in the way you think.
Not judging. Ooh, missed that. Okay, I'm behind, so I don't know what happened. Okay.
I think Washington just scored a touchdown.
Well, let me watch it now.
I'm watching the replay
It's
right now.
funny because if I watch on my phone, it's the same as where you guys are, but not on my computer.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lag.
Yeah.
So they're going to go for 2 again here. So the interesting thing is I said that there was no way they were going to score 24 points in the second half. We're early in the fourth quarter, and they've scored 17 points already in the second half.
Yeah.
Here comes the 2-point jump. And he just got crushed. Oh, wait, he threw the ball up in the air, and it got intercepted.
Wait.
Yeah. No, all right, so 2-point is no good. So it's 30-20. The Bears are still up by 10 with 10:51 to go fourth quarter. So Washington has scored 17 second half points after only getting a field goal in the first half.
Well, I'm going to check out. I'm going to sign up. I got some strippers coming to the room here. So,
You mean bacon strips, right?
Yeah. No, I mean dancing girls.
Uh-huh.
I got some strippers coming to the room there. So I'm going to have to, conclude this portion of the evening's festivities.
Let me see your 20s.
Oh, 20s. I don't know what kind of strippers you got out there in Oregon. Yeah, I got dollar bills here. I got ones.
In Kentucky, yeah.
And the only reason I got dollar bills is because they don't make quarter bills. So there you have it.
Bad. So bad.
All right, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys inviting me on, brother. I hope I like to leave them laughing. That's how you do it, man. That's how I did it in my stand-up days. You leave them laughing. So I will catch up with you guys later, and we'll see what kind of trouble I get into out here.
Have
Well,
fun, buddy.
All right,
enjoyed
Russ.
having you on, Russ. You're always welcome on the show. So
All right, brother. See
take
you
care.
guys.
Yeah,
Yep. Bye.
Yeah.
it's me every time.
Oh, Russ, I love him. He's so funny.
Oh man.
I really need to get blue blockers, probably. Anybody else do those?
Nope.
No.
I don't.
I got a lot of blue light even in my room at night. I know you're supposed to turn everything off, but I don't. It's like,
Yeah.
Becky, I can tell you're making progress
really?
on camera. Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. I know you said you got your haircut, but I can definitely tell that you're seeing some results. So keep up the good
Yeah.
work. I can see
Thanks.
it.
You know, I'm just trying to be consistent with what I'm doing. You know, that's where I blew it in the past, was not being consistent. You know, I like what you say, work the plan,
Yeah,
maybe adjust the plan, but stick with
never
the
quit.
plan.
I actually, I made that T-shirt. I have a T-shirt store now, so
Oh,
I actually made that shirt because I really believe in it. It's kind of, I don't know, I really believe in that. It's like, well, you're always working the plan, but sometimes you have to adjust the plan, but you just never quit. You have to, you may have a bad day, a bad week, but you get right back on the plan.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. That's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's even though I was inconsistent, that is how I lost 80 pounds. Like, I had the non-negotiable things, right?
Mhm.
But there were still times where it was way too much, you know. So just keep working it.
Hi, Overcoming Carbs. How are you tonight? If you have any questions, go ahead and fire away.
Yeah, there
Brian,
were.
if
I
you
noticed
needed-
JP's been going back and forth to other chats. There were. I mean, there were a couple. And Dr. Chafee's always on Thursday nights.
Yeah. Brian, if you needed to go to
Mhm.
spend time with your daughter, I can wrap things up too. I just want to put that out there. I know you have you have a few people watching you and stuff, but I just wanted to let you know if you needed to go, you sure can. I can't blame you, especially if you haven't seen your daughter in a while.
Yeah, she'll be here for the weekend, and I'll see her here when this game's over. So when we're done with the live stream, I'll see her. So
All righty.
How far away is her school?
it's down in South Carolina, so it's like I think it's about a 6-hour or so drive. So it's Coastal Carolina University. So
Know that?
I didn't sport the shirt today, but I did. Was that last week? I think I sport the
so.
Coastal Carolina shirt. It was either last week or the week before.
Yeah.
So they had a game on Thursday night.
It
That's
was a
why I
couple
did
weeks
it.
ago,
And
I
they
think, for the
lost.
game. Yeah.
And they lost. So I tried, but I got my. Where is it? Oh, I didn't wear it today, but I got my Toledo hat too. I can't even put this on because I already got my headset on, but so I know I look ridiculous right now. I can't even- just creating more bloopers for you guys. But yeah. So I got my Toledo here. They're doing good this year. They're 4-1, I believe. They play at UMass this weekend, Massachusetts. So here we go. I just hold my hat like this for a minute. So yeah.
Hey.
I'm a University of Toledo alumni, so they're my college team. So along with Alabama as well. I'm a big Alabama fan. I like Ohio State too. I'm actually a pretty big college football fan, so I'll sit there on Saturdays and just watch if I can. Just watch. Yeah, watch TV, watch the games all day long. So
I always have it on in the background because in my family, the perfect napping was any kind of game. Nap during a game or a NASCAR race.
Yeah, football can take 10 minutes and turn it into an hour. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
they do. Mm-hmm.
And then
I'll tell you what, though, the worst is the commercials because like there'll be like 2 minutes left in the game, right? And so they're calling timeouts and whatever. And every time there's a timeout, they go to like a 5-minute commercial, and it's like, come on.
Overcoming Carbs. Who's playing tonight? Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. The Bears are up 30-20 with 9:13 left in the fourth quarter, and the Redskins just were punted to. I should say the Commanders, sorry, were punted to. So
wait,
made a nice
Washington just got
comeback
the
in
ball
second
back
half.
again? Oh my God. They're going to get those 24 points that I said there was no way they were going to get. Shows you how much I know.
My college was Southern Oregon. Mike knows Southern Oregon in Ashland. Was ranked the #1 party school in the United States when I decided to go there in Rolling Stone magazine. And it was.
Teresa has a question for us, and I'll Becky, we'll start with you. How long have you all been carnivore? We'll start with you, Becky.
Well, technically I'm not carnivore because I'm ketovore.
Well,
I try to keep my carbs under 10. I do eat a few plants, but this actually my challenge for October was to have a no plant month, and I've already messed it up. I had some salsa, but I haven't had anything else. So, but I've been rebooted since June 16th.
awesome. How about
4
you,
months,
Brian? You probably
16
already knows
weeks.
yours.
Yeah, so I'm just over 15 months on the carnivore diet. Before that, I did about 2 months or so, 2.5 months of keto. So I guess I'm coming up on like 1.5 years of low carb, but 15 months on carnivore, and it's been going really well. I've lost the majority of my weight has been on carnivore. I've lost 80 pounds on the carnivore diet.
Great. I myself, I've been on carnivore for just 3 weeks now, or a little over 3 weeks. I had started back in January on a low carb keto diet, and basically at my 7-month weigh-in, I lost 85 pounds. And then right between my 7th and 8th month weigh-in, I decided to do carnivore. In the last 3 weeks, I lost 18.5 pounds on carnivore, but I've lost overall over 100 pounds since January 22nd. So I guess you can say I've ran the gamut of low carb plans, whether it be low carb, keto, ketovore, carnivore. I've enjoyed them all. They're all seem to work for me. I can't complain, and I'm finding the carnivore. I'm having less arthritis pain, so that's a major win for me for sure. So,
Yeah, me too.
It's amazing how by going to carnivore, it just kickstarted that weight loss again for you. 18 pounds in 3 weeks, you said?
yeah, 18.5. Yep, 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is I was basically ketovore before that, so it's not like I was just new starting out and I jump on carnivore and lose 18.5. I mean, I was already, losing weight, and it's like, yeah, I'm shocked that I lost that much. It's been surprising.
It's that last 5%. That's something Professor Bart K talks about. Like that last 5%, it makes a big difference. And I mean, your results are showing it. That last 5% just makes a huge difference.
And that's why I wanted to try plants. So no plants, right? Just get the plants out. But I shouldn't have added dairy at the same time. So I don't know. It may offset. Sadly.
Is Teresa 3 pounds away from 120 down then?
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Good
awesome.
job.
Amazing job.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's what Mike's saying. Amazing job to everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
And Teresa. Yeah, I should be proud. That's great. All you guys are doing amazing.
But it's like it's great, and I get it. But, I'm still not diabetic anymore. And even though I had my relapse, I didn't become diabetic overnight, So that's probably the thing that makes me the happiest out of all of this.
Those non-scale victories are huge.
Yeah.
So they're definitely emphasized sometimes because everybody's on the weight, talks about weight usually, but and how much pounds. But yeah, there's so many other benefits. I mean,
Oh,
some days I just look at myself in the mirror and I can't believe how much my face has changed, not from just the weight loss, but like less wrinkles, no more blackheads. It's just, I don't get pimples. It's just one of those things. It's crazy. Mike's lost 12 pounds in 48 days. That's a start. Yep, definitely. That's good. 50 to go.
I love that Alia was talking about there's no perfect weight, like you can't necessarily go by your height, because like the charts would say I probably need to weigh 110. I know when I weighed 115, people would say, "Oh my gosh, you look so gaunt. You look
Yeah.
like a skeleton." That's not, so I'm not really sure where my perfect weight for me would be, but I'm
Teresa was
sure my
saying-
body will know it when I get there.
Teresa was saying Dairy will get you, and then 12
Yeah.
pounds down for Mike.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Are you noticing the game there, Brian? Washington is on the move again.
They are.
They
Well,
do, but
they
I
were-
think
they
it's
were.
either third down or fourth down or something here. It might be third.
The games ended up maybe.
Oh no,
being-
they got a first down.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10, 7:02 left. It's
I
30
missed
to
that play.
20,
Okay.
and they're Washington's on about the 50.
Mike's cracking.
Look at the next. Yeah, Mike's next.
Yeah. 7-4.
7-4.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that I still weigh as much as some of those football players, but
Yep, carnivore or ketovore will determine your weight. If you eat what your body needs, and your body will do the rest.
Mhm.
keto core.
Dang autocorrect. Yeah.
Hate that.
It's funny. The more they try to perfect the predictive texting, the worse it gets. It used to not be that bad when you text somebody or do an email, and now it's like you have to go correct everything because they aren't even close.
Yeah, not close.
Kind of funny how that works.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to take this time to just thank everybody for tuning in tonight and asking questions. And I want to thank all our guests that were on tonight as well. We appreciate everyone coming on and supporting the channel and just bringing good, basically creating content, talking about topics. We talk a little football, but we definitely talk low carb, keto, and carnivore. And that's great to have people on and sharing their comments and successes and everything else. So thank you. Let's see here.
Agreed.
Yep, eat till you're full. Try typing a different language.
Oh,
I like that we were all fluent in typo.
we are.
That's for sure.
So do we know who plays in the Thursday night game next week?
I'm sure you could look it up. Let me look.
I want to say it's like Denver and somebody, but I can't say for sure.
Let's see. Darn typo. Just kidding. Let's see.
Broncos and Chiefs.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So the Broncos against the Chiefs.
Oh man.
So isn't Denver the team that Miami put 70 points up against? I think it was.
No, didn't they come back and beat? Yeah, was it the next week though? They came back and beat somebody else.
Yeah, they're 1-3 right now.
Yeah,
Jeez, they're
somebody
3.
was beating them good Broncos at halftime, and then they came back and won the game.
Oh, Chicago's getting a pass interference, I think, here. They're talking about it. I think that's going to put Washington at like the 14-yard line.
Sorry, guys. I was just looking at my phone here, trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, that's why the Broncos won last week. Mike Shaw TV there said they beat the Bears. That's
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they're coming back again.
Did they
Broncos,
call
Chiefs.
pass interference? I missed this.
Sorry, guys.
Did they actually call it? Has to be pass interference. He has his hands on. No, second
Yep,
and
he
10.
gave up
They did
70
not
to
call it.
Miami and came back against the Bears. They must have called interference.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
So, yeah, Washington's upset that they didn't. So it's second and 10.
Mm-hmm. I seen that quarterback for Washington. Man, he ran into his own teammate with some force on a play. I couldn't believe it. He's a pretty big guy, though. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that was a good pass.
Huh.
That was a good
That
pass.
was a big play.
They're going to get to the 24 points.
Can't
I
wait
don't know
to
if
see it.
I don't think they're going to win
we-
the game, but they're going to score 24 second half points just to prove me wrong.
Becky, you must be a little ways behind us.
I am. Several seconds.
The
Ooh,
quarterback made a nice throw.
yeah. In the fray there.
All right, here we go. Oh, what? Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. Becky's like, what happened? What?
What?
The Broncos released their $70
just
million
living in the
man,
past
Randy
here.
Gregory. After he left Dallas, I don't even remember hearing his name called much or them talking about that Gregory. I think that's the guy, isn't it?
No.
It is a tale of two halves.
That was a great catch. One-handed.
So, Becky, what do you have going on your channel this week? Anything you can tell us about?
Yeah, I'm sort of debating. Well, I'll do an update, week 16 update, and then I'm going to go to maybe over to do another walk. And then I'm on with John at Carnivore Backwoods Sunday. So I'll put some stuff out.
Is that Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon?
It's 4 o'clock here, so 7 Eastern.
Okay, Sunday. Yeah.
Mhm. And then, yeah, Halloween. I'm gonna ignore trick-or-treaters live.
Brian, what do you got going on?
Well, let's see. I got nothing until Sunday, I think. Yeah. I've got nothing until Sunday. That's kind of cool. So on Sunday, I am going to be on the Carnivore Roundtable at 1 p.m. with Carnivore Backwoods. Not sure who else is on this one. I've been doing most of those on Sunday afternoons with him. And then Monday night, I'm recording an offline interview. So just, continuing to work on doing interviews with other carnivore, other people that are doing the carnivore diet. And so that will probably come out sometime midweek or something next week. And right now I'm kind of open until next Thursday for another edition of the Low Carb Football Party. So I don't know. I might do like a live stream maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't fully thought about that yet. So I don't know. How about you, Greg?
I've got a recorded interview I'm going to do with Carnivore Scott on Monday night. Probably put that out on Tuesday, I'm guessing. I slowed down on doing interviews and stuff a little bit. I've just got so many things going on. Plus, I'm just trying to create a bunch of content. Now I'm just trying to work to get to my hours since I got my subs in. So the more hours I can get, the better, I guess.
Well, do some what you eat video. What you eat in a day.
Eggs and meat, and I will say this:
a couple minutes, and you'll get lots of views and watches.
I will say this: one thing I noticed on carnivore, when I eat eggs at noon, I lose weight. If I don't eat eggs, I don't. So I've started eating eggs every day at noon. That's kind of I have
now
eggs.
It's your lucky charm. Well.
Yep, I'll have eggs and I'll have some sausage or bacon with it usually. And then, supper time, I alternated. It's steak one night. It could be chicken one night. It could be pork. Tonight, we actually had ground beef and I used Egg Life wrap, just one. And I made a taco with that with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of hot sauce. And then I just had ground beef in a bowl. So with that, so I might, after this is over, I'll probably go make some eggs, I'm thinking, because I didn't eat enough at supper time and I don't want to spoil it, So yeah, that's kind of, I should probably cover a little bit more about what I eat, but it's, I mix it up. I try not to eat the same thing all the time because I think that way my body burns it off and works through it. And
you want to keep it guessing too. Yeah. I've heard that,
Yep.
Keep it not rut-like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the stall conversation.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Tam Steak, who's also here in Oregon, I haven't seen her on here tonight, but we've been talking, and she's about my age and lost a whole bunch of weight before, and so she's like kind of taken me under her wing. And she was saying, because I ranted yesterday about not losing weight, getting frustrated. And she's like, really try tightening up your meals. Like, because I was doing like 3 meals and not very much at each meal. She's like, wait as long as you can to eat, and then have your next meal, as close to that first meal as possible, and she felt that would be a good way to break a stall. So I'm trying it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake that people do make, is they're doing 3 meals a day on carnivore. I couldn't imagine doing that. Even keto, I think it's hard. I mean, that's one of the first things I found out after my first couple of weeks of doing a low carb diet. It's like, why am I eating breakfast? And that was one way I could tighten the meals down, because I just ate at noon and then tried to eat by 6. So you have a smaller window.
Yeah, smaller window.
And I think that's
then a longer fast.
Yeah. Sometimes I think people get in the habit of, I got to eat 3 meals. No, you don't. No. So I think it's a good point for sure.
Well, wait, Overcoming Carbs is cooking 22 steaks.
Wow.
How many people? Or is it just to have on hand?
A couple steaks a person.
I don't know.
We do have an update in the football game. Washington missed a field goal. That would have only given them 20 points, and they want to try and get to 24. So they're still down by 10. Chicago has a third down here, and there's still 4:17 to play in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, we'll see.
Eric, what kind of egg cooker did you buy? Did you buy a Dash? I'm just curious. I love the egg cookers. I have a Dash egg cooker, and I use that thing almost every day. Almost, not quite, but to make hard-boiled eggs.
You can do those in the Instant Pot too.
Yep.
Like 4 or 5 minutes.
So Overcoming Carbs just responded with 4. So he's cooking 22 steaks for 4 people, right? Is that what he was saying?
For the next few days. Yep. Gotcha. Oh, thanks, Teresa.
I'm about to go over to his house and we'll make it 5 so I can eat some steaks for the next few days.
There you go.
I gotta try this. I hear people say this. They just, throw a frozen steak on the air fryer. I
Uh-oh.
have not done that. Does it really work?
Bears just got a touchdown.
Game over.
Did they?
Bears just got a touchdown. Yeah.
All right.
The defender went for the interception, missed it, and went all the way. So yeah, okay. Steak in an air fryer. I've seen other people talk about this. Frozen steak in the air fryer. There was one time I wasn't prepared and I didn't have anything taken out. So I took out a frozen steak and I said, all right, I'm going to do the whole frozen steak in the air fryer thing. And it didn't work as well for me.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to make steaks in the air fryer. I don't know, but it wasn't that good to me. Like I don't know. I'm used to cooking them on a pellet grill and get nice and smoky and everything.
Okay.
And
It'll never
this
be
wasn't the same for me. It just
Mm-mm.
wasn't the same. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I wasn't that into it. I don't think I'm going to try it again. Yeah, Teresa says ribeye in the air fryer is okay, but she prefers cast iron.
Me too.
I did recently just get a cast iron pan, and I did cook. The first thing I cooked in it was a New York strip steak, and it was pretty good that way. I liked it.
And I always do a pork steak. If I do pork, which sometimes I do, not very often, but a pork steak in the cast iron with some bacon grease is the best. Big ones. They're pretty fatty. I don't know. I know the omega-3, omega-6 thing. Sometimes you just can't worry about the minutia.
Yeah. I mean, if you forget and all you have is frozen foods, air fryer is probably good. Instant pot, if you have an instant pot, is a way to do something too.
I gotta look into doing that because you can in the instant pot you can cook on anything quickly. So
yeah,
but then you could sear it on the cast iron. It'd probably be good.
$14 minutes for 3 steaks at a time
on the Ninja XL grill. Okay. Oh, cod liver. Just sounds gross. Cod liver oil just always reminds me of the, when you're late in your pregnancy and everybody tells you to drink that, eat, take some to induce labor. It sounds gross.
Don't look like our picks are going to pan out for the night, Brian.
But
I said they didn't have a chance, but yay.
If Washington doesn't score again, I will be right that there was no way they were going to score 24 points in the second half. They've only scored 17.
I don't even know what cod liver is.
The liver of a cod.
Really?
Yes. Literally.
I think it's because I'm in the Midwest. We just eat beef.
You don't have cod.
Midwesterners.
Interesting. I did have some liver earlier this week, though. I will say that. I try to eat it once a week to get some of those good nutrients.
So you just eat them right out of the tin, Mike? Just raw? Or are they raw? They're cooked, I assume. Processed. Just sounds nasty. And I like liver. I'm the liver queen. I've cooked liver on my videos.
Oh yeah, pork and bacon for sure. I got 3 pork butts in the freezer and 2 racks of baby back ribs, and I have not been able to cook them because I'm so busy. There's just been something going every day, or we're gone. So I was going to tell you guys, I'm going to a college football game this weekend. I'm going to Iowa State TCU game. My whole family is going to be there. So my girls and their boyfriends that live in Omaha are going to be there, and my son and his girlfriend. He goes to Iowa State. They're there down in Ames, and we're going to meet up and tailgate and then go to the game. So that should be a lot of fun.
So you warm them up. Oh, Teresa warms hers up. How? Just like on this in a skillet? I'm curious. I'm willing to try them.
Well, I see the Bears got the ball, so I think maybe Washington went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. Just over 2 minutes to go. I'm starting to feel good now that they're not going to get to 24 points.
It's looking like they're going to come back there for a little bit, but here we thought the clock was going fast. We're at 3 hours and 13 minutes, so it's still going to be 3.5 hours.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Funny how that works. Yep, low temp.
All right, I'll try it. Not a fan of the horned frogs. Isn't that who they are? The TCU horned frogs. What are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
horned frogs. Yep.
Horned. I don't know.
Mike lives in Harlan, Iowa, so that's why he's saying they. Yep, it's Harlan friends.
Texas Tech.
See, Washington's not giving up. They just called a timeout.
Chicago is getting a lot of heat. Their GM and the coaches and owners, and just because it's been so rough.
14 losing streak. That's bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a big win for them tonight. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few Iowa State fans over, especially Des Moines, Ames, obviously, and kind of to the west. The east side of Iowa, there's a lot of Iowa fans, I would say. There's some up here in North Iowa, too.
My grandfather was an Iowa fan from Burlington, Southeast.
Yep. Two-minute warning. 4th and 3.
So I'm 19 seconds behind.
Poor Becky, we're ruining it for her.
I just, the mobile app on Amazon Prime just on my phone just never works right. Even if I get the new version, I don't know.
Sunday night's game is the Chiefs and the Vikings, huh? That'll be an interesting game.
Oh.
I suppose all the Swifties will be going into Minneapolis to see see if she's at the game.
Too cold for them. I don't know. That's so funny.
It is funny. I just want to thank everybody again for watching tonight. We appreciate it that you're here. And the Bears are going to kick a field goal to try and go up by 10.
Hey, Mike,
20.
We're
They're
a
up by
Wildcats
17
fan.
right now.
Oh,
right?
never mind. It's 37-20. I'm sorry. I forgot they scored. Yep.
There it is. 40-20.
Wow.
I take it Washington's defense must not be very good.
I guess not.
I'm seeing it now. Kick that field goal.
It sure is fun watching Brock Purdy play for the 49ers. He's doing really well. Of course, I followed him at Iowa State, so I'm very familiar with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's playing really well in San Francisco.
So, Carol, They had Carolina and Chicago were the two winless teams, so Chicago just won. Detroit's playing Carolina this weekend, so I really hope that they'll still be winless, Carolina.
Yes, they will be. Go
Better
Lions.
be.
I'll root for the Lions for you.
Thanks.
So Teresa's listening to Meat
We
Talk
need all
while
the
on
fans we can get.
a blanket is a good time.
Ah.
Awesome.
What kind of a blanket? What are you crocheting? Quilting? I have no skills in those departments. The home ec departments. Crafting.
All right, so Washington's got a minute and 56 seconds to try and score again to get those 24 points. I still don't think they're going to do it, so let's see what happens here.
That's probably a safe bet.
See, them trying to score 24 points is the only thing that's entertaining right now because Chicago is beating them by 20 points. I mean, what is going on? Chicago's beating them by 20 points.
Maybe Chicago will ride this rally wave to conference fame. I don't know. Doubtful.
Oh,
A future grandbaby. Boy or girl? I do not have any of those. I saw a picture. My daughter sent me a picture of herself at a friend's little boy's first birthday party, and she looked super happy holding this super cute baby. And they asked her, "Have you ever thought of getting yourself one of them there babies?" She did not respond.
It's going to be for a girl.
Aw, girl. When is baby coming? That's a lot. 7.
So, since it's kind of a little bit slower here, I want to talk quick about Teresa and the interview we did. So you guys should check out that video. It was a great conversation with Teresa. She's amazing, and like the transformation that she's had is unbelievable. She had fibromyalgia and had a lot of pain with that, and I know some people that have that, and it's really debilitating. And she actually went and tried a plant-based diet for a while and had all kinds of problems with that.
Yeah.
And then she found Dr. Ken Berry and the carnivore diet, and that has really healed her. She's lost a lot of weight, healed a lot of things, including fibromyalgia. Within the first month or two, she said, all the pain was gone. So you guys really need to check out that video. It was a great interview with Teresa.
I need to send that. I'm going to send that interview to a few friends of mine. I think they'd benefit from watching that because they have a lot of issues like that. And I think it would be a benefit them. I'll have to do that. So they watch that.
All right. I think the game just ended. So I was right. There was no way Washington was going to score 24 points in the second half. They did score 17, and I didn't think they'd even score that much, but you know.
That's awesome, Teresa, that you did everything for you. That's congratulations. That's a big deal.
Plant-based is not the way to go.
And I brought up the fibromyalgia, but there were many other things that she talked about in the interview that was healed through carnivore. So definitely an inspirational interview to for anybody that's having health issues and thinking about the carnivore diet.
Well, raise one to Dick Butkus for this game.
That's why they won.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes that seems like that happens where there's a little extra giddy up in the team, and could be very well be a spiritual thing too. There's no doubt about that.
Well, it's only 8:23 here. What else can I
Oh,
do?
you're 3 hours behind Brian over
3
there.
hours ready to go to sleep.
Yeah. So have you ate your last meal for the day,
Who, me?
Becky? Yeah.
Yeah. When I first popped on to set up the thumbnail, I was eating 4 burger patties. Yeah. So that was 4:00, 4:30. And I am not hungry. And I won't be.
So it's funny. I just saw where Mike was talking about Teresa being angry at getting certain advice. This isn't exactly the advice thing, but it's kind of something along same type of lines that kind of made me angry this week. So I was at the hospital because somebody was in the hospital that I knew, and um, I got to look at the menu for ordering food, and they were in a the cardiac menu that they had, right? So it was like the heart healthy option. So the heart healthy menu was low fat and low sodium. And here's the thing, there were items on that menu that were loaded with sugar, and that apparently was okay. Like there was I think it was angel food cake was on there for dessert, for instance.
Yeah.
Angel food cake.
Low fat. But
salad with different salad dressings, like all the different salad dressings you can think of that have like seed oils, sunflower seed oils and all that stuff in them. They were okay. But they had to limit their sodium intake and limit their fat intake. And it's just mind-boggling that we're still at this point talking that way, that it's okay to have these made up vegetable oils, seed oils, and so forth, and all this sugar. They think it's okay. Even if you don't agree with the whole thing of having a high fat, low carb diet, just the fact that our government is still pushing the whole sugar and so forth is okay to eat. It's just unbelievable. And you wonder why people that have to go to the hospital, why they're in the situation that they're at and probably getting sicker, is because even at the hospital, they're feeding them garbage.
Yeah. Part of that interview with Dr. Diamond that Dr. Baker did talked so much about how the real cause of atherosclerosis or clogging of arteries is the sugar. It's sugar. And how people that go in for cardiac events, there's like it's like half and half have high LDL and half have low LDL, right? That's not the factor. It's the fact that they're diabetic and have high blood pressure are the two real reasons people have cardiac events.
Yeah.
Sad. And
And yeah, Teresa said that there's no money in health, and that's exactly it. So, the pharmaceuticals, they really want to just keep pushing the medications to us. They don't want to fix the underlying problem, because then you're not going to keep needing medications and so forth, right? And that's where they're making all their money.
And all the recommending agencies are bought out by the food industry and the pharmaceuticals, so they're not going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
The AHA, ADA, all those.
To think who's funding all these institutions that's teaching all this stuff.
Same pharmaceuticals and food companies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bingo. That's for sure.
Dr. Joe Niflin, who is one of the premier food addiction experts, like she's got great lectures on who's buying what, who's backing who. And what, I love her attitude that, it is not your fault that you became addicted to all this crap, because they sold it to you. They are so good at manipulating consumers, right? And keeping consumers. So it's really hard to get out of that. I call it the matrix, you know. But truth will do it. Getting real truth.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what Mike said there.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the money maker.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me again.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, and
My pleasure.
it works out pretty good when you're on the West Coast, because late nights are usually when it seems like everybody can do early but not late, and it's just
Mhm.
it's good having you on for sure.
Yeah, I'm available. Get
Yep.
us West Coasters. We need more of us.
Yep, definitely. So,
All right, guys.
will you take care,
All right.
Becky, and thanks
Thanks.
again, and of course, thanks again, Brian, for you, and I want to thank all our audience too for tuning in, and definitely appreciate all of you.
Good night, Teresa.
Good night, Teresa. Good night, Mike, and anybody else that's left on here. Take care.